So
We
was
talking
it?
about Tay, man. That's quality, bro.
You know what? Keep
Quality.
yourself muted, and then I'll just tell them. I'll just, I'll let you jump in or whatever the case is. Maybe that'll do it. Hey, yo, we are live with another PlayStation exclusive. Just like Sony now. This is the No Filter podcast, and this is a full house today. It's a full house today, guys. And we have a lot of guests. So thank you, Hellscream, for joining in. Killer Tay, of course. Fatal, of
Yeah.
course. Magnificent Black. I think Ken is going to be coming in here soon.
There.
Yeah, we
Full
got a
house.
full house. We got a full house. And excuse me for not having the
Yeah.
energy, but where I'm at is a sanctified location, so I can't be the typical JD.
You at church?
So, something like that. Yeah, they got the whole Halo theme song in the background.
Uh, yeah, the Catholic church. Oh shit.
Bless his ass, bless his ass. I'm sorry.
Is that Shirley?
Yeah, what's going on, Jemai?
Jemiah, what's good, bruh?
You
What
can
up,
jump in
man?
if you want to. All right, let me get this twatted out. Give me a second here. I don't know why I got a headache like that, man. It's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in good old Dallas. Took a picture of some some llamas.
Oh man, you in Dallas?
I'm in Dallas, Dallas. Took a picture of some llamas.
Bitch.
Who sound chopped up like that?
Is that me?
Yeah, somebody sound chopped out.
Yeah, Dallas. You in Dallas? Yeah, how you enjoying the Dallas traffic?
I, that's what I was saying. It was atrocious.
Yeah, that shit be chopped and screwed all the time, son.
I don't know why he lives here, and to be honest with you, I'll wait till he leaves. Yeah, he's a horrible driver. Awful, awful, man. We didn't hit two cars. No, no, no cap.
Jesus.
Two cars at a curb, and a ball headed woman. So it is crazy. It is crazy up in the face. Anyway, um, so getting on to these topics here, we got some volatile topics. So the first thing
Mhm.
is new IP versus beloved remake. So I want to talk to you guys about what is important to you guys versus do you care about new IPs or you care about having remakes you know, created. You know what I'm saying? And this is all in the vein of what do you call that again? What was that topic? What was that again? The Blue Point buyout. So a lot of people are like, I want Blue Point to do all this magic. Why don't you make another Legends of Dragoon? But then they got all depressed when they were making like an actual new IP. It's weird. It's weird because everybody complains either way you look at it. So of course you got stuff like that. The second topic is Nintendo really needed? I know I think that's you, man. You need to mute your who is sliding across the stage?
That's Tay.
Oh, he fixed it. It wasn't you. My bad. So yeah, the thing we want to talk about is Nintendo actually needed? And I know that's like real supposedly flame bait and not flame bait. What was it called again? Clickbait.
That
A
clickbait.
a lot of people was like, I mean, this is like taboo. I don't know why this is taboo to say that if Nintendo was needed, a new game and a remake. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah, what's going on, Umar? Y'all appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, um, so I want you guys to really think before we get to that topic. is if Nintendo is needed. And what yo, what's going on, Keep Push? And the thing is, what have they done lately to elicit their purpose or their presence? Why are they there? You know what I'm saying? Just think about that at least. That's what I really want to get into. And the last topic, which is the console war topic, is extremely toxic fanboys of the PlayStation flavor and persuasion. I am so tired of, this is the context before we get started. I am so tired of PlayStation fanboys. Like, the people that I'm referring to are completely unrealistic about the things that Sony can do, right? Totally unrealistic. Bluepoint cannot create a remaster or remake of an existing or of an RPG. They're not large. They have 80 people, and yet all these fairy tale land talk about they're going to recreate a Legends of Dragoon. Are we kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is this for real? Like it's getting it's just very annoying to me. But anyway, we're going to get into these topics. The first one. So the first topic is definitely going to be: do you guys prefer a new IP or a remake in general? So let me start off with Killer Tay. Did he fall off? Who fell out?
Yeah, Killer Tay did. He'll be back.
Yeah, no. Let's start with you, Fatal. What would
Wow,
you
why
prefer?
always gonna pick fucking goddamn? You have to go with me first.
Of course.
All right, what's the question? First one again?
The question is, do you prefer a new IP or
Or like a remake?
or a beloved remake?
Mm, mm,
Mm, mm.
that's kind of a tough one for me because I can I say both?
No,
Oh, you son of a bitch! Of course I can't.
of course you can.
If I had to choose, I'd probably go with a new IP because at least that way, fucking the original is still going to be intact and not fucked
So you say that again? My apologies.
with. For me personally, I would choose fucking the first party over a remake because at least I don't have to worry about the remake coming out and tarnishing the original.
Okay, perfect. So I got a solution, guys. All right, cool. Hellscream, what about you? Hellscream is a really good friend of mine. I'm actually visiting him right now. Um, and I'm at his crib, which is one of the reasons why I was a little late today, getting everything started off with the Wi-Fi. But yeah, Hellscream, what do you think? Would you prefer a new IP or would you prefer a beloved remake?
Can't hear anything, bro.
Unmute your mic, please. Why can't you unmute your mic? You're still stuck on mute. Check. Unmute yourself.
Oh, it's the okay. So the headset mute button actually works. And never mind. That's why I was having an issue. Um, Honestly, I'd probably say new IP. So because like if you think about it, a remake, whatever that beloved game was, like Shadow of the Colossus, you can always go back and play it. You know. Um, but I mean, like a new IP. I mean, yeah, it's a obviously there's a hurdle of starting from scratch versus creating something that's brand new. Or I'm sorry, remaking something new that is old or whatnot. But I would have to say new IP. So because in general, a new IP is an opportunity to move either the gaming medium or like that a particular genre forward. You know, so if you're remaking a game, you're not you're yeah, even if it's this a beloved series or whatever, like you're not doing anything new, right? Creatively, you're just remaking a game that's got a new facelift or whatever. So, but having an IP is, I think, the better choice.
Now I'm gonna ask you. So, Can you hear yourself, the Hellscream? So you muted yourself in the headset, right? Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Now, okay, so King Push was like, man, just give me all the Metal Gear Solid remakes and I could die happy. Ew. Even Metal Gear Solid 4? Like, is that what we doing? You want to do Metal Gear Solid 4?
Nah, you know he talking about them
Please
classics.
don't.
1, 2,
Please
and
don't.
3.
Please no. Please
1,
no.
2, and
Yeah,
3.
I'll be okay with 1, 2, and 3, but not 4. Please no.
Well, since you're
4 just
talking,
needs a
yeah,
remaster.
actually, before Killer Tay goes under an overpass and we can't hear his black self, Killer Tay,
Oh, damn.
a new IP or a beloved remake? He's already under an overpass. I see. He tried. That's okay. Black, what about you?
It's not that counts.
Nah, man, this is a tough ass question, but like without context, without me telling you telling me what the studio that would be working on it or whatever, I would say new IP.
New IP.
That's without context. But if that answer could change based on what studio and what resources would need to be needed, you know what I'm saying? So I'll keep it a new IP for now though.
Because because this is not just a simple question. I
Yeah.
want to set you guys up. Is why
Yeah,
I'm
and I
going
know
where
it's
I'm
a
going.
setup. That's why I told you
The
without
setup.
context. Yeah. Yeah, you always be have to set up shit, nigga.
Yeah, you know me too well. I'm gonna have to switch it up again.
Nah. What you got your follow up though? What's good?
Silent Hill,
What about Silent Hill?
what's up? Silent Hill. What about a remake? What's going
What
on?
studio? What studio would be making it?
Kojima Productions. Sup, son.
Hmm.
Sup, son.
I mean, for me,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
I
I
can't
forgot.
say I've been a
I
big
forgot.
Silent Hill fan in the
You a
past.
scary mofo. That's what that is. Four
Yeah,
four just
I
need to be
I
remastered. I
can't
agree.
handle horror games like I used to, man. But
Wait, did
for
you say
me,
Silent Hill being done by Kojima Productions?
being done by
Uh,
Kojima,
that's the word on the streets. That's the word on the
Yeah, no,
streets.
I've been seeing that rumor all day. If it's true, cool. Then people can get excited for what PT was supposed to originally be. But if not, then who gives a shit?
Mm.
Silent Hill versus the new IP though, and we talking about the same genre.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Damn, that's
Snake.
I
tough.
mean,
That's tough.
yeah, that actually is a tough one because you don't know if the sequel is going to be any good though,
Oh,
or like a remake or like a comeback or whatever the case may be. So yeah,
but here's the
Oof.
thing. And then we have situations where there are remakes that are exactly like the original, but looks better, such as Silent Hill or the new released Demon Souls. So what's your take on there? Killer Tay, you here? Mm,
I think with
he got eight.
Kojima heading that right there, I don't think he'll do like just a simple update.
Well,
I
that's
don't think that's what he'll
because
do.
that's not what Silent Hills
He'll
is
take
all about.
risks. Yeah, Kojima's the type of dude that takes risks. So I don't think that he. So we could get that out of our mind right now. So if he were to do it, then I think he's gonna go all the way. He gonna take some risks. Some people ain't gonna like it, but he ain't gonna give a fuck. He'll be like, man, this is my vision.
But you know
You know
what
what I'm saying?
though? We got a whole house here. We started looking like a little Brady Bunch thing. Look, you see that? You see that little Discord? Here's a
Brady
story
Bunch.
yeah, Ken in the house. What's up, brother?
of a guy named Canino.
What's going on, guys? What's up?
What up, bro?
What's going? Wait. Well,
Much.
I'm sorry. You call him Boo?
I said, bro, nigga, what
Pause.
up? Pause. Hey, yo,
Nigga,
Hey,
pause.
you down with that move shit,
yo. No, it ain't that Boo stuff. He was like, "What's up?" Y'all heard that, right? We gotta, y'all need you to rewind that. He was like, "What's up, Boo?"
Nah, it was an R in there, nigga.
What's it? I'm telling Kim, he
What
got
up, bro?
he got a secret. Like Kim, he just called dude Boo. No,
Nigga tripping, bro.
the question the question is, Ken, would you prefer a new IP or a beloved remake? No context,
From
just
from
just
Blue
in
Point.
general. No, we're not even talking about Blue Point. We just talk about in general.
Um, I mean, generally, I would say I would want a new IP. You know what I mean? I
Tobias
mean,
stupid.
I guess it depends on the context, though. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But Generally speaking, I would say yeah, I would prefer a new IP.
So
You
I
know, because, yeah.
so I hit everybody in this room in the ovaries when I said Silent Hills. So how you feel about that?
That being what the first 3 games, and the rest of them are fucking shite.
No, no, no. I'm talking about would you rather somebody redo Silent Hill or just another IP?
Another IP.
So I'm a I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I never really played a lot of the Silent Hill games, so I mean, I would love to go back and play them, but I mean, if I know there's a lot of hype surrounding the game, so I mean, I guess I don't know. Me personally, I would prefer a new IP. You know what I'm saying? But
So how did you feel when you played Silent Hills when I went over your crib and hooked up the PS4?
I loved it, man. I thought it was pretty awesome.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there was a lot of cool little things that they did with it that I liked a lot actually,
Keep
and
in
it was
mind,
very nuanced.
keep in mind, guys, that Ken actually likes he likes the MCU Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I just want to put that out there. I don't
Why
know
you
if
gotta
that's
throw it out there? What's the relevance of that, man? What the
just
fuck?
just a little context of your thought process. That's all,
Hey,
you know.
man, what's wrong with the new Peter Parker? I like the
Like
new Peter.
I
motherfucking
know,
throwing you
yo.
under the bus, bro.
Come on. What's you got a problem with Tom Holland, man? What's up? What's up?
Cause
You
cause
got
Tom
something?
cause
Get it off
cause
your chest, man. Get it off your chest.
cause Tom Holly is all about that Mook stuff.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
That's
Yo,
that's
why?
that's
Why are you not
Motherfucker, you
cursing
stupid
today?
as fuck, bro.
Why Josh sound sensitive today? He said stuff, bro. And earlier
I
he
told you
didn't
I
say
was
mook
in
shit.
I
He said
told you I
mook
was in
stuff.
a sanctified environment.
Oh, okay. Yo, they keeping it clean today, bro.
Real
Pause.
clean. We'll be a squeaky clean Negro tonight.
Oh my
So
fucking god, dude.
so my point is, all right, because I see a lot of people wanting to bring back Legends of Dragoon.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like these people Canito, they haven't ever played the original Legends of Dragoon to completion. Um and they get caught up, swept up in the hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I beat that whole game. Shut
No,
the
you
fuck
didn't.
up.
No, you didn't.
Years ago, man.
No, you
Shut the hell
didn't.
up.
Dude, you're only 17 years old. Like you wasn't even born when the game came out.
What the fuck are you talking about? The shit came out in what, 99?
Yeah.
Nigga?
And you were a single cell organism.
No, I was not,
Yes, you
man. What the
were.
hell are you talking about?
You didn't play that game.
Still in his papa's
I was
nuts.
I was
Swimming.
old enough to know what a penis was and to jack off. So,
So you were 12. So you were 12. Exactly.
I
11 or
don't know.
12, yeah, that's what I was about to say myself. 11 or 12. Ooh, what is I can get wood.
Welcome back, Killer Tay. The question is, would you
Yeah.
prefer a new IP or a beloved remake?
From Blue
No,
Point, right?
no. Just in general.
In general, I would prefer. Well, it depends on how old the IP they talking about bringing back. But I would prefer
Illogical. What's going on?
if it's something that's came down the lines during the time of fucking PS1, PS2 era, I'm with it. But if they have a chance to bring out a brand new fucking IP, I would rather that brand new IP, especially when it comes to Blue Point.
Now, what about all the people that said that we are so tired of these sequels and remakes? Come on, Sony. What about the new IPs? You're just milking these IPs. What about that?
Mm,
Hmm?
I mean, they have a point, and then some of them are just fucking crying just to be fucking crying.
So, would any of you guys want a remake? Because you know we're gonna be talking about Nintendo for the next topic. Would you want a remake of Legends of Zelda: Ocarina of Time?
We already got one.
Didn't they?
No,
Yeah, didn't they already do that?
I mean the Blue Point treatment.
Fuck the Blue Point trigger. We already got one.
Yeah. I mean, come
Nintendo
on, man.
system can't handle a Blue
A Blue
Point
Point
trigger.
Club game, yeah.
We're gonna talk about that, but I'm talking about yo, what's going on, Lay? Nah, I went Metal Gear Solid Remake. Let's fight, bro. That series is over, yo. The dream is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even want them to remake it. Don't touch it anymore. Don't stop touching it. That's
Yeah.
harassment.
Leave that shit alone.
It's
Give us something
harassment.
else. They done remade that
Oh,
shit 86 times.
He said pause. Pause.
Don't touch it anymore. Don't touch it.
Don't touch
Pause.
it. Leave it alone. That's
Damn.
harassment.
It's
So-
harassment. Just leave it.
Just leave it.
Harassment. Jesus fucking Christ.
So you
Yeah.
tell
My
me.
problem lies
God
with
damn.
motherfuckers want remakes of games that they already made a remake of.
Because it wasn't done
Like-
right the first time.
Damn, I don't give a fuck. They already made a remake of it, and that
sometimes-
bitch sold out too.
Just like the late Michael Jackson. Just don't stop till you get enough. And we got enough.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up, Josh. Jesus Christ!
We started. We
Throw that
got
shit in
enough.
the trash,
We
man.
got enough with Shadow of
Right?
the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus was just
Fucking right.
immaculate. Immaculate.
I mean-
So you telling me, guys, what's going on, Ken?
Speaking of Nintendo,
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. You know what I mean? But you guys wouldn't want like a remake of Mario 64 with the latest graphics? You know what I mean? Ray traced. You know, you can see
No.
You can see Mario's thong line. Y'all want that?
The fuck? This motherfucker over here, man, is on some next gay level shit.
Bro, he is trolling me. He said, "Give me a Last of Us 2 remake." Stop.
Last of Us Part 2 remake?
now that
Well,
now
God,
that
just be honest with yourself and say, hey, give me a new story. Fuck it.
Yeah, speaking of that, no, scratch the Nintendo stuff. Speaking of that, right?
Oh,
What about
shit.
this? What about the Last of Us original one? Everybody wanted the remake of that. What about that?
I don't want no remake of The Last of Us, man. I'm good.
Well, guess what? You're getting it.
Yeah.
They could do
I
a
think
new
it's too
IP.
soon, man.
Well, what better way to promote the online version only of Factions, Steve, by remaking the first game?
Look, after Factions, we need new IP from Naughty Dog. On
Ooh,
God.
this is
Sorry,
a hard.
we'll get there.
This is a difficult topic here.
Is it?
It seems to be. So let me ask you
Okay.
guys. So let me ask you guys this question then. Let me test your valor. Hellscream.
What about it?
If you could have a remake, a perfect remake, in all your fantasies, what game would it be?
Fantasies?
Perfect remake. Shit. Let me think here. Okay, I got it. It would have to be something to do with the Legacy of Kain series. That would be my fantasy.
It's very nice.
Ooh, very nice pick, sir. Nice pick.
Yeah.
Legacy
Very
of Kain
nice
Soul
pick.
River remake.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is a fantasy.
A perfect.
Bro, yeah.
He used
Yeah.
the word perfect too. So perfect. Yeah, this Soul River remake. Yeah.
Dang.
Good,
Yo,
good shit.
you guys
Good
should
shit.
see. You guys should see how he laid back when he said that. He was like, Legacy.
drop.
He said, "It had to be Legacy
Nah,
of
that was-
Kain."
yeah.
He laid back like
Respect on that choice, man. Respect the fuck out of that on that
Yo.
choice, dude, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
good shit.
he laid back like he was in the South. And one of those Cadillacs. He was like Legacy of Kain.
Oh,
Bam.
shit. Yeah.
He knew what
Talk
he
to
did.
me.
You
Talk
know what
to
he
me.
did. You know what you did. Oh, who said that? Yo, Illogical is a troll. This dude said he wants a Halo Infinite remake.
So do games
Oh,
that
Yo,
even dropped.
really, bro?
That is awful.
Hey, no. To be fair though, man, I see
Damn.
the actual joke in that though, man. Because like anybody would give an offense, like there's nothing on the campaign. So yeah, I get what he's
That
saying.
is
I
awful.
get what he's saying.
Jemiah says he says Final Fantasy Tactics, and he said
That's another goddamn
He
good
said-
pick right
he
there
said-
too
he
as
said-
well.
he said fantasy because fantasy is in it.
It's fantasy. I'm reading the chat too, motherfucker.
It's called fantasy.
Oh, whatever.
He said a PC maybe. So,
What can we just call it? Final
Anyway.
fantasy. Final fantasy.
all right, so let me ask the next person. Killer Tay, you there with me?
Yeah.
What would be your ultimate fantasy remake?
Xenogears.
Ooh.
You guys are coming after my heart, yo. That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful, man. Like that. You're right. You're right. You are absolutely right, man. Because that would be the game. That would be the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I absolutely love that game. Absolutely love that game.
Yeah.
To me, I,
Xenogears
I
was
I
spit.
thought it was better than Final Fantasy in my opinion. Just in general, just the exploration aspect and stuff like that. Y'all bastards. That's what y'all are.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Xenogears needed more than anything.
yeah, you're right. Ken,
What's up?
what about your fantasy remake?
Oh, you guys already mentioned it, man.
See
Legend
this
of Dragoon, man.
see this is what happens when you are Gen Z. Just no creative juice.
Nah, man. Look, man. I grew up playing the game and I love the game, man. I still
Why?
play to this day, man. It's
Who's the
awesome.
main?
It's an
What's the
awesome
main? What's
game.
the, what's the main character's name? Quick,
Dark,
quick.
nigga.
All
Dark.
right, just checking. Just checking. Just making sure.
Malignant as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Testing my integrity. I mean, Nah, man. I love the game though, man. I mean, just like I
Was
actually genuinely love that game, man.
Yo, Ken, was that the game where you had like when you went into the battle, the screen would like shatter like glass? Is that the one?
Um, I don't think it would shatter like glass because the screen would kind of like fuzz up from the bottom to the top.
It would like melt, right?
Yeah.
They all had like killer like transitions to battles. You'd be like, I remember I was playing Xenogears. Yo,
Yeah, dude.
whoever said Xenogears, was it Killer Tay that said Xenogears?
You goddamn right, it was me.
You remember those combos that Faye used to do?
Oh yeah.
He used to, he used to beat the
Ah,
crap out of
shit.
somebody. I said, "Dang, why you do it? Why you do that rabbit like that? Yo, he beating the crap out of rabbits."
And yeah, nigga, I was pulling ultimates on every weak character out there.
Yo, it was just a
That,
muskrat.
ra- that
Muskrat.
nigga Rabbit was sitting in a stunned state, and I hit his ass with a Hadouken. God damn
Yeah,
it.
yo, I did the one where I blew up the earth and the moon. That,
Fuck overkill, bro.
that
Yeah,
rabbit
son.
was guilty as charged, man. Get out of here.
Yeah, was playing that game was like anybody can get it.
Until they put me in that mech, man. They smeared me. I said, dang.
Oh,
Anyway, Magnificent Black.
Man, they already said some really good ones, like fucking Legacy of Kain. I've been talking about that for forever. But I would love fucking shit. I would love fucking Infamous, bro. Just the first Infamous. I would love the reimagining of that.
Dang, why y'all coming after my heart? Did you hear what he said?
I need that Coma Graph to come back, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
And
gosh.
with
Yo,
all the
talking.
beautiful tech, bro.
Wait.
Oh man,
We gotta
oh.
since he, well, you know what? Since he had the first mic drop with this, Terry, what did you say about Infamous? We were just talking about that.
It's like, oh, uh, I don't know. I just remember. I mean, we were talking about the state fair, so I just remember that line where Cole's talking about Moya or whatever. Um, one second.
Good to see you, Terry.
No, it's you know, we when we were at the state fair, we were talking about it, and I was just saying that the guy who did the voice for Cole in the first game, I mean, the guy who did the second game was decent, but I think the guy in the first game just had like a very comic book voice. Like it's kind of like Kevin Conrad as Batman or Mark Hamill as like the Joker. Like you're never going to replace those voices, right? They're always going to be that's the Batman and the Joker, right? In terms of cartoon animation and stuff. But yeah, I mean, a remake of the first one. I mean, I would love that on myself because I really felt like Infamous One was something really special. It's just given the climate of how things were when that came out during the era of the PS3, things were kind of rough, and it just It's not that it was a bad game. It's just I wonder what an Infamous game would look like now, like on a PS5, you know, versus what it was when it came out. But yeah, that's kind of
You know what it would. You know what it would look like. It would look like the trailer for Spider-Man 2 before they showed Spider-Man.
No, I think it would look more
We
like
were talking
Second
about that
Son.
electricity hit the.
Yeah. Everybody thought that shit was, bro. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, are they bringing Infamous back? And then they showed
I
it.
was like,
Yeah,
man, I was,
everybody got caught, bro. They saw
I
that
was,
electricity.
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
yeah. Okay. I get where y'all was coming. I get where y'all coming from. I even thought that. I was like,
yeah.
oh shit.
I was just like,
Sucker
I,
Punch done came up in their graphical fidelities,
I
and
was like,
then
and then they had
and I
Spider.
realized who Sucker Punch was, and they got a certain art style
Right.
and gleam to it.
Yo,
So,
So
but
I would say the new one would look more like Second Son.
you didn't think Second Son looked
Looks
good?
wise. Second Son look good.
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
knocking it, but
Second Son looks.
but it's not on the level as how Spider-Man look.
Nah, but
wh-
you got to think
Which
the evolution
one?
from Second Son was Ghost of Tsushima. So think next gen Ghost of Tsushima esque engine with
No.
Infamous.
Yeah,
So no. Let me
it's still
interject.
not on the level of
Let me.
Spider-Man.
No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I mean,
Don't
you got
don't
to.
Yes, it
try
is.
to hate, man. I'm
Yes,
just
it
putting
is.
my
No.
opinion out there.
But it's erroneous. So the thing,
What
I,
the fuck did you just say? Aronies?
It's
the,
erroneous.
the thing about
Man,
it
I mean,
is that I compare both of
Horizon
them.
Forbidden West look like trash compared to.
Get him out of here. Security.
Oh shit!
Look like trash compared to Spider-Man. I'm just saying.
I see. I already know he's big trolling. Fatal.
wait,
If
yo, Josh, which game was it that you compared Infamous to, man? I know you compared it to one of them.
Spider-Man.
who, me? Spider-Man.
Was it Spider-Man?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It held up really well
Gameplay
too.
wise.
Oh, gameplay was
Gameplay-wise,
no.
yeah.
That.
Mhm.
I learned that from my Indian friends. La, la, la. That's how you get this.
Shut up, sir.
That's how you get dismissed.
Those
I
some
remember
fighting words right there, bro. That shit.
I,
Don't you say nothing about
I
my
was
Like,
Aloy.
I was at work. I was talking to a customer. I used to work at the bank. He was like, you're not going to help me with this overdraft fee. I was like, sir, I can't help. You know, I'm going to report this call. I was like, well, sir, la 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 la. I was
oh
like, no.
shit!
I said, please, sir, not that. He was dead serious. He was going to report that call, yo. I was like, please, go. I credited la 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 la. That.
Oh,
He was deadly serious.
I'm sure some people have already said it, man, but I would love to see that game Folklore come back, man.
You did it
That would be
actually.
nice.
No,
That would
I
be
haven't-
fucking nice.
Can-
That
no.
came out at the wrong time, dude.
Ken, you already had your things. Fatal.
Hell,
I just,
Yes, sir.
I mean, damn, I just figured I'd throw that out there, you know what I'm saying?
What would you do? For what game would you bring back?
what game would I bring back?
Uh-huh.
Probably would definitely say System Shock 2. I would definitely love a remake to that.
System Shock?
System
What-
Shock 2.
What game? What kind
The
of
first
game
game is coming out soon. The first remake is coming out soon, but I want one for the sequel.
I don't want to play
Badly.
that game. What kind of game is it?
It's a PC game.
Okay.
You don't play PC shit? Fuck out of here.
See, this is what happens with Fatal. See, Fatal, when he can't when his Xbox can't win, he goes to PC. I see what you're doing.
Yo,
I see what you're
shut the fuck up.
It's smart. It's a smart plan. Smart tactic. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
Now, no one has asked me what would I bring back.
What would you
Oh,
bring
God.
back?
What would you bring back, Josh?
Motherfucking
Barbie
black.
supermodel?
Nobody gives a
Good question.
What would you bring back? What would you bring back?
Oh,
Barbie
you know what?
Playhouse?
You know what? I do want to.
Playhouse.
I do want to interject, right, Ken? That was just one thing I did want to say about what your choices were. I
What? Go ahead.
shut
Go
the
ahead, say it.
shut the fuck up. That's what it was. Anyway,
Shut.
shut.
I was gonna say Barbie's Playhouse.
Shadow the Colossus.
Nigga, we already. Oh,
Yeah,
You got a remake for that, bro.
No,
You definitely got that.
No,
Man.
y'all didn't even
You
let
got
me
a
finish.
graphical overhaul, dude, with the
You
same
did.
code and glitches and everything.
You didn't
should
let
be
me
happy.
finish. You didn't let me finish.
Yeah.
the Wanderer's face needs a whole. It requires the whole game to be redone.
This nigga,
You
yo.
ain't getting that bitch.
His face looks so jacked up. It like it. You know what? It looks like. It looked like circular 2021 Little Kim.
It's stupid.
Hey,
It's so
what if,
stupid.
what if I said I love Wanderer's face, man, the way it is? What do I think?
Yay!
Pause. Pause. Pause.
Pause.
Pause.
No, I ain't up for
Man,
that mook
Pause,
stuff, man. That's that mook stuff. No, or some real stuff. Motorstorm, Pacific Rift.
What?
Motorstorm,
Okay.
Pacific Rift.
Oh, Motorstorm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I can
would
see that.
I would pick that if they can do that because it look good anyway. But if they could do that from the ground up, like give it the Drive Club treatment,
Draft club treatment.
man, that would be on some other level stuff. But I figured
Yeah.
I just to close out this topic because this is the next topic is probably why you're here for it. So, uh, there's a lot of people that actually complain about remakes, and I honestly I feel like both have their place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some games need a redo. Like honestly I would love Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to be redone.
Oh God, here we
I would honestly love that to be redone in today's
For
graphics
PlayStation? For PlayStation?
for PlayStation
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because we can't Nintendo would never you know
not in a million years, bro. Not in a million years.
they would never they would just
Yeah.
put
The only
it
thing Nintendo would do is just put more resolution on it.
maybe and then you have to pay $60 for it, probably 70 now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it, and
no.
it,
The only way you'll ever be able to play fucking Nintendo games, dude, is if they ever get into the whole streaming thing and actually allow other devices to stream it.
which
That's the only way you're
which
gonna do
brings me
that.
to my next topic. Do we really need Nintendo right now?
Mm.
No.
Mhm.
Not right now.
I know
Next year
you
we need
guys.
it.
I know you guys are nostalgic. I know. I know you
Not
guys.
right now.
I
We
know
don't
you
need Nintendo right
guys.
now.
I know
Next
you
year we need
guys are nostalgic, right? Okay, illogical. I'm fine with remakes if these new creators are not talented enough to make something new. You're right. No. I actually agree with you because I don't think Blue Point is good enough right now to make their own IP. I think they even know that. But going
I
back
think
to the
they are.
la la la
If
la.
given a chance.
So, um,
Hey,
so I want you guys to take your feelings out of that comment because
oh man, why I gotta take my feelings out?
I feel like you guys are just thinking about nostalgia. So I'm pretty sure you guys remember your first girlfriend and or boyfriends, Ken. And
Nope.
Hey, I learned from the best, Josh.
shut, shut. So,
oh,
um,
shit.
so here's the thing, right? You guys need to take your feelings out of it. Like I know your first girlfriends or boyfriends were nice and you were learning and it was new and it was fresh. But would you date that hoe again?
My first girlfriend? Hell
Mhm.
no. She got
No,
like 80 kids and she fat.
that's all I'm saying. That's what I feel like Nintendo
I
was.
mean,
80
I
kids and
mean, it
fat.
is COVID. It is COVID, so I mean, a lot of us is kind of down bad. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
A good,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good, a good session with X and XX would do just fine.
Oh my God.
I don't think.
And they
Yeah. I
screw up.
mean,
Yo, they
like
bro.
right now, we don't need Nintendo.
Illogical says that they're a gateway
I say
drug, and the
I
reason why I
say
say
I'll
this.
say I'll say in a year or two.
So I'm gonna run down the line. The first thing I want to talk to, the first person I want to talk to is Hellscreen. Hellscreen, do we need Nintendo right now in this current state?
Well, you definitely don't need Nintendo, so that's already been decided. I mean, okay, so I'll answer this question on two spectrums, on a personal level and then like a general level. On a personal level, like no, because I haven't like I mean, I think the last time I interacted with anything on the Nintendo brand was GameCube. Oh, okay, sorry. Thought he was telling me to shut up. Anyways, yeah. So the only thing, last thing I interacted with was because it's so dark in my room, but the ceiling fan I hadn't been replaced. But anyways, um, so GameCube, like that's the last thing from Nintendo I really interacted with. Because that's when I felt like Nintendo, because obviously like Resident Evil 4 came out on that first, then you had like the Resident Evil 1 remake, so on and so forth. But really beyond that, I mean, for me personally, not really. Now, generally speaking, like, and I would like to assume that my friend here would agree, but you do need someone like Nintendo in the sense that there needs to be competition in the market. Because if there's no competition, then things like innovation and trying to make a better product, is or a gaming platform. There's no necessity, right? If there's very little competition. So in a pragmatic way, like yeah, we need Nintendo to stick around because we need there to be competition. That way, the video game market in general ends up being healthier. You know, so that's because the less competition you have, the kind of worse things get. And I think you just have Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and then PC stuff, and that's kind of it. You know, so but yeah, that's kind of my take.
Okay, well said, well educated. Who is blowing in the wind?
Question. Uh, nah.
Troubleshooter was good.
I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll save it.
No, you save it. Are you going to remember it?
Nah, because he said that they're okay. You said that we need the competition from Nintendo, right?
That's right.
Who is Nintendo actually competing them with, and what games are they actually using to compete
Mm.
with with said company?
Would you
Because
guys?
right now, from what I see from Nintendo, their main source are the kids,
You want me to respond to
and
that?
unless they're making games like Fortnite and continue to make Mario and Zelda, I don't really see who they're actually competing with besides themselves.
Okay, I'll respond to that one. So, uh, generally speaking, I agree with your statements. Like in the sense that who is Nintendo really competing with, or who are they appealing to with their demographic, right? Like you said, like the kids. Obviously, you kind of have this demographic of like dedicated Nintendo people that like, they have that kind of dedicated what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of idolization of Nintendo products. So I mean, in a sense, yeah, they're not directly competing with Sony or Microsoft when it comes to the kind of gaming spectrum. However, I feel like even though they're not doing it now, like them having a presence, I still feel like has some kind of effect. Like even if they're not directly competing with them in terms of like the demographic of their audience or whatever, I still feel like them having a presence does serve a greater purpose in terms of uh, sustaining a healthy market for video games. You know, I could be totally wrong on that, but like I think if you were to remove their presence entirely, I think overall that would be uh, the the drawbacks would be greater than the positives, if that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
So Killer Tay, what would you say since you asked that question? Are they even needed?
Uh, they're needed in a way, but not for like the growing consumer. Like when I say growing consumer, I mean like the ones coming from like us when we grew up with Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't grow up with us, right?
Mm.
So what I'm saying, they're needed for our younger generation, right? But for us, necessarily, we don't really need them because we're getting what we want from PlayStation, Microsoft, PC. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
it all comes back to what who said that earlier, gateway drug. You see here. So like Illogical said, it's like a gateway drug. It's
yeah,
for these kids, they get into it. Now, for me personally, it didn't work that way with me. Uh, did it? No, it didn't because I used to play those little tiger toys where you had to put the two double A's in there. That's
Oh
how I
God,
got
no
into it.
wonder your
yeah,
opinions are shit on games, dude. Fucking A,
yeah.
now it makes perfect sense.
I used to steal them motherfuckers.
Uh,
Didn't you like was it No Man's Sky?
yeah, that game is
Okay,
fucking fire right now.
that's
Why
what
are
I
you why are
thought.
you bringing that
It's
up?
what I thought. No,
You're talking about Tiger Electronics, bro.
That game was
I
trash at launch,
look,
bro.
I didn't say anything. I want to say this. I just asked the question.
Josh, he's sneaky as fuck.
This motherfucking dude bringing up
I
No
didn't.
He's
Man's
sneaky
Sky,
as fuck
comparing
for
I
that
that
to
one.
a
didn't.
goddamn Tiger Electronic.
I didn't.
Jesus.
I mean, but the gaming industry was in its infancy, basically. But we're gonna continue with that. What about you? Do you think that we need Nintendo? Fado?
Do I think we need Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the same reasons that pretty much basically what Tave fucking was saying. Like it's a gateway drug to fucking for like kids to get into gaming and shit. That kind of stuff. And plus, I like having them around too as well, man. Their games are fucking fun as fuck to play, man. Like if you want a game that's like the pure definition of fun, you'll definitely get that from Nintendo for sure, 100%
Are
every
they
time.
really fun, or you're just kind of like
Motherfucker, man, is Last of Us Part 2 fun?
well, the developers didn't want it to be fun. They said that they wanted you to be
Oh,
uncomfortable.
oh, that's okay.
Uh,
Well, I don't have to worry
uh,
about that with Nintendo.
I think that's what. But you know what? What about Sackboy? Couldn't they get into that with Sackboy or Astral's Playroom? They could have pulled
Well,
off.
it hasn't worked at all, fucking pretty much basically, period. Even when it came to fucking Crash Bandicoot. I mean,
Yeah,
fuck,
they
that
could,
motherfucker
but
fell off.
Nintendo. It's just Nintendo has the abundance of them.
Yep. And they're very, very effective at it and very good at it, dude, too, as well. So,
So,
Yeah.
all right. Do you believe that they need to stay?
yeah.
Magnificent Black.
Yo, I need a minute. Get somebody else.
Okay, he's taking the crap. So Ken,
Nintendo, do I believe that they need to be around?
hmm
Um, Personally, so yes, I'm gonna say yes. Um, but I do think it is a nuanced situation. You know what I mean? Because I think that people sort of expect different things. You know what I'm saying? From
Hmm.
Nintendo as they do from like say PlayStation. I think Nintendo needs to stay around in the context of like yeah, I mean it's another gaming platform that that is available on the market right now, and
hmm
I do believe that the player base, although probably not as much as it used to be, does bleed into other markets. You know what I'm saying? So to some extent, I do believe that there is some level of competition, although it's not say like Microsoft versus PlayStation. You know,
Hmm.
it does give other people an option to choose another gaming platform if they want to, and they have to. You know what I'm saying? They have to pick it to play some of those games because they're just exclusive to that platform. So, um, I think it's a great complementary console, for people nowadays who own, say like a PlayStation or even an Xbox if you have one, you know. But I also get the argument, that because like Hellscream was saying earlier, he's mentioned something about innovation and stuff like that. For me personally, I don't really think Nintendo's been doing much of innovating. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is pretty vital when it comes to competition, um, because you're gonna have to push your competitor to do better than what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and I don't really think that that is the case with them, for the most part. But like I said, I do think that their games do have a mass appeal, and they do bleed into other markets. I mean, shit, fucking Animal Crossing sold like 30 million copies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say exactly, who the demographic was. I'm sure a lot of it, were kids, and I'm sure a lot of it were women as well.
It was.
But I'm sure,
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
It was. Thinking they killing it.
yeah,
Oh my God, I like this like little panda bear. Like he's so cute with his tie. Oh my
yeah. But
Hmm.
even then, like even if you make that argument too, even if you make that argument too, especially with PlayStation, there are a lot more games that are appealing to women now, and they keep saying that. A lot more women are more interested in the PlayStation platform due to the fact that we have a lot more female protagonists and stuff like that. So even from that perspective, there's going to be some sort of competition there. You know what I mean? Either you competing with your time with Nintendo, or they're competing with their time with Nintendo or PlayStation. You know, so I do believe that to some extent, yes, Nintendo needs to stay. I think Hellscream is
Well
right.
said, sir. Well fucking
Huh?
said. Well said, sir.
Don't
Yeah, I
get
mean, I do think that they, yeah,
don't gas him up. He eats enough
Shut
beans.
the fuck up, Josh.
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, I do think that they need to stick around, man, for sure. I mean, shit, I love their games. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Well, you like the MCU Spider-Man, so that's not really saying much. But
Shut the fuck up, man. Yo, Tom Holland did a good job, man. Be quiet.
he was a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was Iron Boy, whatever the fuck that was, because I don't remember seeing that. But either way, I wish Black would be able to say it, but say what he needs to say. But Black,
I'm
if you
here.
can hear me, jump
Yeah,
in
I'm here.
whenever you're ready.
I'm here, bro.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
But
Nintendo. For me, they could go eat a
Wait,
dick.
So they can go
Pause.
get a dick.
before you go on,
Oh yeah.
did you wipe your ass?
I didn't take a shower. I was over here eating this lovely BLT salad. That shit was fucking good. But
Okay,
nasty
okay,
motherfucker.
okay.
I ain't gonna eat. I ain't gonna lie. My greedy ass was over here eating, bro. But
Yo, you heard how greedy he
it's
sound.
infection.
You
Still
heard
make
how
me
greedy.
play.
You heard how greedy he said.
I'm a bite. Snatch, please. Nah.
He
But
was like, he was like,
I
he was like, I need a minute.
said, I need a minute. I went right back on mute. Nigga. Nah. Nah, but no, Nintendo for me, I don't too much care for the platform. I got the Switch and everything. I bought Pokemon. That was my shit when I was on the Nintendo. Well, one of the last few games that I played on Nintendo was the Pokemon series. But I went and copped the Switch and got the new Pokemon. I got it for Smash Brothers as well, but I don't play it. But but I'm just talking for myself. For me, I don't care, but I see why there's tons of people, millions of people love the fucking Nintendo platform. So whether or not we like it or not, don't mean shit. But the demand is there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely needed, and people are preferring that platform over others, and it is complementing to other consoles or even other platforms as well. But some people only play on Switch. We can't forget about those people. So
Oh,
it's obvious. Yes, we need that shit, and they're gonna keep there's some form of competition because not everyone's money or everyone's income isn't infinite. So some people do have to choose which platform they're gonna game on. You know what I'm saying?
which is
And then
what,
you're also competing for people's time. So
which is what I was going to
Sony has
say.
to make their platform appealing. Yep, go ahead.
That's what I was going to say. Because some people they don't have no money. You know what I mean? Some people, they live in the South, like I don't know, like a state like Alabama, you know, and they can't afford a PS5 or for those people, they may need a Switch.
Yeah, man,
Isn't that what
look,
Xbox is
it's
for, though?
poverty everywhere, but for people who do
No,
have to choose, they
I'm
have to
I'm
pick
I-
one platform. So
I'm sorry,
that is
Devil.
a form of competition.
I'm sorry, Devil. I apologize.
Wait, isn't Xbox great for people who don't have money?
But not
Fan fucking tastic.
Well,
It's
that's
just money though. It's time too. So some people don't play games as much as the hardcore gamers do. You know what
fair
I'm saying?
enough. Fair enough.
It's varying degree. So you
I
fighting for
will
people's time as well, time and money.
I will say this. Devil Shooter, I don't know what MT5 is. What is MT5? Does anybody know?
MT5?
Yeah.
MT5.
Yeah. Devil
No,
Shooter says that's on a Nintendo platform.
Bayonetta
MT5.
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 I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
He's
sorry.
well, he says Breath of the Wild. He says
MT5.
he says Bayonetta, Bayonetta is not even Nintendo's. Metro Prime's not made by Nintendo.
But Nintendo is the
That
reason why that game exists in the first place.
Fatal. Shut.
Shut up, motherfucker! I'm just speaking facts.
I mean,
Deal with
they
it.
funding that, they funding that, bro.
If you could buy a Switch. Oh, SMT5. What is that?
Oh, Shin Megami
Shin Megami
Tensei.
Tensei.
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I mean, the Persona fucking started on PlayStation.
So I want you guys to, you know, can you guys guess what I think about Nintendo?
That
What do you
they're
think?
not
What
needed.
do you think?
Yeah,
You
guys.
think that they're
Nintendo
needed
can go
because
suck a dick. Pause. Go
No,
ahead, say it, Josh.
I am so glad you guys literally took your whole feelings out when y'all made your comments. Because it's
I didn't take feelings out.
shut. It just
yeah, I mean, Fatal is a ginger, so he don't have a soul. And
So
if you
I
don't
have
have
no
a soul,
feelings.
if you don't
Exactly.
have a soul, you don't have feelings.
Exactly. Exactly my fucking point. So there you go.
but it was pretty amazing how everybody basically was able to take their feelings out of it and just basically say exactly what they it was very logical in terms of you know, if Nintendo should be there. Me personally, I do think they're needed because Nintendo is competing. It's just in a non-direct way. You know what I mean? Like
So is
their I
PlayStation really needed that?
So everybody had to take their feelings out except you.
no, I did
Exactly.
no, I did take my
So,
feelings
so
out. No,
that same question being applied to,
I
is
think
PlayStation needed?
I think they are needed as it was a question. Just because your mind
Hmm.
took it to dark places doesn't mean I thought that
Oh,
they
my
should.
God. We're taking a dark place,
I
but
didn't take it to a dark place.
I did. Well,
Well,
I thought about it.
Yeah, Fatal
I thought
did.
about it. I thought about
no,
it.
it was just
No, I'm fine.
I do personally think that Nintendo it's not the handheld. Just their game design needs to be taken to the next level. They make some really cool games. You
It
know,
is.
I really think that the Pokemon game should have
I mean, they
been
made the best game of all time, of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, just
your
that
breath
little gem right there.
your breath is
Your
wild.
breath
How about
stinks.
that?
Your breath stinks.
Say your breath is wild.
Your breath is
That sounds semi-gay, Brokeback Mountain style there, fucking Josh.
Oh,
Thank you for that mook stuff. So, um, I mean, honestly, they could have made that Pokemon game exactly how we envisioned it, like an open world type game where you could do exploration and stuff like that. I mean,
Mm.
they just now did it. All right, fine. It's never too late. I don't think it's ever too late, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Uh, at the same time, even with Animal Crossing, you know, I, the appeal to Animal Crossing, its fixed camera made it easy for people that were challenged. Let me just say that in playing video games to get into it. So that's part of the appeal. You know what I'm saying? But when you have the console itself, I mean, look at Bayonetta for instance. I made a video about Bayonetta. Um, let's say that they didn't have her all covered up, and we don't know too much about it. But clearly, it's pushing the hardware too far, too far. And I'm not talking about the way it looks. I'm talking about just frame rate. The frame rate was 30 or below, and sometimes 60. And I remember when the PlayStation 3 got a lot of flack for this for a poor frame rate. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to do better. I really do. I want them to do better as a platform, not for competition's sake. When you are selling a product, you have to sell it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just plop it down and be like, "Here you go." Like
Whoa.
make me want a Nintendo Switch. You know what I mean?
85 million users say otherwise, but okay.
It's got over like 80, 90
Yeah,
million
it's
users right
catching
now.
up to PS4 numbers right now, bro. Like fucking. So like,
The Switch.
how it looks or them
But let
being
me
fucking subpar is irrelevant.
let me say this though. No, it's not irrelevant because the sales could stop just like the PS4. It came to a screeching halt. And it's one of the reasons why they don't make another Switch. They're waiting for it to slow down. Because as soon as you release another console, that's when people are going to lose interest in that console and try to get onto the next one. And they're making a crap ton of money on the Switch because it's so old in hardware. And the best that they got is an OLED screen. Like, I need them to do better in general. And everybody should, just as much as you guys blast Sony
All right.
for like messing up, you need to blast Nintendo, for not pushing the envelope within their own respective field and space.
Nah, I agree with
I'm
that.
definitely.
That's why I said they can eat a dick, dog. Because they're not competing on the level that I want them to compete on. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's not for sake. It's not for sake of competition. I want to buy a Switch.
The Switch is at 91.14 million right now.
Okay, is that 91 point whatever million because of? I mean, you got to understand it's the pandemic as well. Is it still selling at the
Yeah,
same speed, or
it's still selling like fucking almost 500 fucking thousand units a fucking week.
okay? Understand this that because of the hardware being so old, they can pump out these hardwares.
Oh my lord, dude.
To
So
the,
what happened during the Wii generation? We didn't have a pandemic.
it
The
stopped.
Wii or the Wii U?
He's
Well,
saying
yeah,
the
the
Wii.
original Wii. The original Wii.
No,
Yeah, it stopped when it got to like what, a little over 100 million. And that's when it stopped finally,
hmm
and they discontinued that motherfucker.
They discontinued it because again, it slowed down on its
The
own
Switch
volition.
is going to do the exact same shit.
hmm
It's going to do the exact same shit. I
And
feel that it's going to fucking like it's getting close to its end run right now as far as sales are concerned. It probably within like 98, maybe between 95 and 98 is where it's going to come to a screeching halt. It's almost there now as we speak.
yeah, I think that when the PS5 really hits its stride, that's when it's going to slow down. No, I mean,
Yeah,
Gear
yeah.
Strive. My bad.
you don't even
And
like
then the
that
Switch
game. How
Pro
about
will come out, and then there goes another 90 million fucking
that? Lawrence,
next 5
shut.
years.
They need to do
Run the
that Switch
Nintendo.
Pro, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, Tay, for some odd reason, and Josh, for some reason, I feel that's the reason why they haven't announced the Pro yet. Because I think they're waiting for this one to fucking die out first before they announce that one to be like their second Wii U situation, man.
You got to understand that the Switch is an anomaly. That's an
Of course it
anomaly.
It's an
is.
anomaly.
Of course it is. But if they upgrade it and they make it into a Pro version with a separate
You're
dock
not,
too as well, or take it on the handheld, fucking there
but
you
is
go.
it? But is it really going to? But is it really
Basically,
going to sell? And
basically,
for as long as they want it.
basically what they did. Basically, what
It's
they
gonna,
did,
it's
they merged
gonna
their home
extend it.
console and they fucking handheld
Yeah.
to one fucking market, which boosted their fucking sales because people were getting rid. Even though they said they were, oh, we're never getting rid of the fucking DS. The DS is
That
here
shit
to
was
stay.
dead after the first year.
Yeah, that before the
So
first year was even 6 months in.
Yeah, they
That
had
shit was
so
they
dead.
had to merge. They had to merge, man. Because, like I said, history repeats itself, man. Go back and look at every fucking time a console comes up from Nintendo. It
so
always sells less and less and less every generation. Minus
right.
the Wii. Minus the Wii.
So understand this. Then the numbers are less flattering if they did combine their handheld and home console.
Will it be less flattering? Yes.
No, I'm saying it is currently.
Yeah,
If this
yeah.
Switch
I
is
mean,
supposed
isn't
to
the
be,
Switch already kind of like a hybrid between console and handheld already as it is?
that's my point. It's
That was
supposed to.
their
It was
that was
supposed
their
to.
main
Yeah, but
marketing
It was
thing.
but
Yeah,
supposed.
you
It
gotta
was supposed to
it was
merge them.
supposed to be that, and then the handheld
you
side
gotta
took
also
off, and then
you,
fucking there you go.
you gotta also think they fucking handhelds were selling more than their fucking home consoles were
Oh hell yeah.
anyway.
Yep.
So by merging the home console with the handheld, you got rid of two markets and just you're back to one market now,
Yep.
which means you're combining you're basically selling in both markets with one console instead of selling to both markets with two consoles.
Individually, yeah.
And
Because
that's
it's also like it's satisfying the people that want to like have their console experience, whatever you want to call it, with the docked one, and it's satisfying those people that want to go take the handheld version out,
but
man.
historically
Plus,
more.
that's less money they got to spend on fucking developing new consoles for both markets
Yep.
when they can just spend the money on one market.
historically,
Honestly,
though,
man, I think they understand that the Switch was kind of like you said, like an anomaly, man. I think they're gonna let the Switch kind of like run
die.
its life with the sales. Yeah, pretty much. And then I think they're gonna announce like a Switch Pro or something like that. You
That's
know,
what I'm thinking too as well, because
Here's
it
the
would make
thing.
sense to
Here's the thing.
revitalize it, man.
But here's the thing.
Yeah,
This is the
but
biggest
for the
problem with the Switch. The Wii U done so terribly that this wasn't really supposed to do that well either. It's basically a more
Yeah, because
portable,
it's
you know
the
what I'm
exact
saying?
same
But
concept. This is
but
pretty much
it
basically what it is.
it is, but it scared them. I
But they
mean,
got rid of the main
I'm
screen
sorry,
though.
it surprised them when it took off. It surprised everybody, really. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but that's what Nintendo does though. Like Nintendo like has made dud consoles before. Like the
But
GameCube
but it's
wasn't as
but
successful, and
it's not
N64.
but it wasn't
the
done.
Virtual Boy.
It wasn't
Yep.
done, but it wasn't done like it was a strategic thing. It was done
Well,
what like
but that's
what
what Nintendo does. They have to take gambles with that. Like, see, back then before they did the Blue Ocean strategy bullshit with the Wii, which that's the reason why the Wii took off and was so innovative at the time when it came to the technology that was behind it. It's
no
kind of the same thing.
that was the Wii Sports that did that and Wii Fit that made that console sell.
But either way, yeah. But it brought in a lot more people into
It
the
was
actual world of video games.
I said
Video
that
games was more like, yeah.
I really wish I had my podcast and channel back then because I was like the Wii it's artificially inflated. I know a lot of
Well,
people
yeah,
that bought.
and very underrated as well. Very underrated.
I bought yo. Who said that? Oh yeah, Dragon Sword. Yo, man. I was trying to hit you up, man. You were
I'm gonna
busy, I
be
guess.
honest, man. I didn't even
There
like
was
the
so
Wii, man.
many.
I really
A lot of
didn't.
people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it, but there were so many fucking hidden gems on that console, dude, that like literally made it less of a painful fucking experience for a lot of people, man.
I thought the Wii U was
A lot
really
of gems
cool.
on that bitch.
I thought the Wii U was really cool.
Wii U was decent. It didn't have the
It's quite,
support. It didn't have the fucking support. And that's what killed it.
No. It was a failed. It was a failed uh concept. Like it was basically supposed to be the Switch, but they
It was a
never did.
failed concept in the sense that fucking that the name itself confused the fucking shit out of the vast majority of people that owned a
that was a
Wii
big
U.
issue. Mhm.
That was a huge issue. That was a
Yeah,
huge issue. If that
yeah.
name was something else, let's say the Wii U was actually like what the name the Switch, what the Switch
Hmm.
should have been,
Hmm.
then there you go. I think that would have been a lot different results. Because they had bomb ass games on that fucking platform too, man. Captain Toad was fucking dope as shit. Smash Brothers Ultimate was birthed there, and whatever you want to call it.
No,
Yeah,
I
man.
know why they
Now
called
they're
it.
all
I
on the
know
Switch,
why they wanted to call it the Wii U because
but
they were trying to bank
capitalize on
off.
the name. Yeah,
But
they were off the Wii name.
the problem is the Wii was inflated. There was a
It
lot of
was.
people that bought the Wii Fit and never bought anything again. That was it. A lot of women purchased that, and then Wii Sports was like
Yeah,
built in.
But
a lot of the
Oh, you breaking up? You
um,
botting?
okay, I thought that was my end.
they,
You go ahead,
they were
goddamn
in a lot of
fucking.
senior citizens homes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. They were. They were. And to be fair, like we always make fun of like Sony with like their one and done games, man. Like the Wii was technically one and done for a lot of motherfuckers, dude. Like one game and that was it. That was it. Wii
You
Sports or fucking Wii Fit, one and done.
you cool, Dragon. You cool. You cool. We had a really nice discussion about this, man. I think you will like it when you go back to watch. You will like it. So that being said, right? With all this
Mhm.
being said about Nintendo, um, because I think that it's not impressive if they did combine the handheld and home console. Because if you did that if you did that with the Wii sold 100 million, and then the DS sold 150 million. That's 250 million, and the most that this got is 100 million. Right when everything is said and done with this combination. So knowing that, because people need to be real as to what's happening, I don't think that there will ever be a home console again. I'm gonna go down the list. What do you propose Nintendo to do for their next piece of hardware? Should it be a combination? Should it be like a dock that boosts? the SDK and make the game like graphically better, and then when you undock it, it downgrades the graphics. What do you think it should be? Let's start with Hellscreen. Wake your white ass up.
I'm awake. I mean, what it should be. I mean, I I, I really feel like Nintendo is going to kind of continue on this path of almost like mobile, not mobile gaming in the sense of smartphones, but like a mobile gaming console platform. Um, I mean, the big thing that holds them back, excuse me, the big thing that holds them back really is just battery life. If you think about it, like if you want like a authentic gaming experience on something that's on a mobile device, to have like graphical fidelity and stuff like that, that hardware requires superior hardware, and superior hardware, of course, requires a superior source of energy. And I mean, while there have been advancements, like I'm not very confident in like them developing a quote unquote a next gen console that you can take with you on the train and play it, without the battery, not well, the battery not really lasting that long to really justify it. Um, I mean, it could be a kit in the sense that, like, as you said, maybe instead of a dock, like you have something where you have your console platform, and then you have your mobile device that you take with you. That, in a sense, almost maybe kind of like remote play with Sony. Like it's obviously like resolution and maybe frame rate will be capped out, but it's like you're able to still play the same game. It's just it's going to be downgraded. But I mean that's just a guess, honestly. Like I would prefer Nintendo just to you know if they want to have a mobile device, then separate that. Have like your Game Boys or whatever, right? And then have your dedicated console platform, because I'm sure they would want to try for monetary reasons, but like people who game on like a Game Boy device, and that demographic is going to be different from someone who wants to sit down in front of a nice 4K TV with like a console platform. So if I had my choice, I would prefer that them have here's your mobile device, and then here's your console platform device, which is totally different. So that's what I would prefer, but I doubt they'll do that.
Okay, so now that Dragon is in the building, what's going on, Dragon?
Everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Be right back, Josh. Be right back.
Emmy and Max knew what to do. The clowns on their backs to the dragon friends. No, I'm sorry.
This nigga's stupid.
I can't. Every time I see that word. Thank you, PBS, for destroying that word. Anyways, I don't think it's cool. I just think of the two-headed dragon tails. Pause. Wouldn't that suck, you guys, if you had two heads? Like if you were like uh attached, like if you had a brother and you Siamese twins,
Yeah,
that would suck through
it'd be
all
weird.
It
It would suck if I was the beta one.
It'll be like that girl, that Siamese twin, white girl.
oh yeah, they were sharing this. They were sharing the same Negro.
Yeah,
But wouldn't it suck through adolescence? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Come on,
Well,
Derek, come on, man. You did it 3 times today. It's terrible. Anyway,
no, I'm in control today.
Dragon, we want to keep this short and sweet. What do you think What do you think Nintendo's going to do for their next generation console?
Wow. I mean, the only thing they mentioned, if we were to refer to the corporate management policy briefing, is next gaming system and integrated hardware software approach, which
Okay.
very vague term. I'm thinking because the only thing they actually had there, as far as like systems, Wii and DS on one side, Switch in the middle, and then their next gaming system to the right. I would be thinking somehow is because if we just look at their track record, Wii and DS was their most financials of the period, or at least it had the most. I guess combined, it had the most consoles sold, well, combining handheld and home console.
Yeah, regardless of how it
right?
happened, it was the most. Yeah.
Yeah, like 250 million combined, combining console and handheld sales right there, and then nearly 2 billion, say, software sales. Yeah, combining, well, once again, just combining both handheld and on consoles. So I guess my question is going to be: do you ever see a home or one console selling 250 million units,
No, no, that's not gonna happen. Not at all. I don't.
or software sales selling nearly 2 billion units?
See, it's weird because when you look at Nintendo, right? Nintendo, I think this Switch is like the best software sales that they've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, I mean, you can look at Mario 64, I mean, but that's decades. But in terms of one generation in a snapshot, it is by far like an IP that sold $30 billion and didn't have that much R&D as well. You know what I'm saying? So most of their games were just hits after hit after hit after hit. So no, their console didn't sell as much as the combined, but at the same time, their games are selling gangbusters. So in a nutshell, Dragon, what do you think the next console is going to be? What do you think their next console is going to be, or next piece of hardware? What kind?
I actually do have one more question. I think that's going to very much tie into it.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess, is there any handheld franchise that have remained only on Nintendo, or have they went to other consoles? Like now.
You mean
Like
like
ever
in
The
since.
only one, the only one that I can think of has been Kingdom Hearts.
hmm.
Kingdom Hearts was the only one that left the handheld space because it was only on handheld when Nintendo had it.
They
I mean, it
started
was
off
Monster Hunter.
But the
There was
original game
Monster
was
Hunter.
on
the PS.
PlayStation.
It was on
PS.
Yeah,
PS2.
the
Yeah.
original game was on PlayStation. The original first two were on PlayStation, but
Mhm.
after those first two, it was strictly on Nintendo Game Boy.
Right.
It was on. It was on. It was on the
PSP.
Nintendo's Game Boy and the PSP.
hmm So
Hmm.
I don't know where you coming from with that one. You botting again. And I don't mean your system. I don't mean your signal either.
You buying nigga?
For me,
Yeah,
I'm buying
yeah. Well,
Nah,
not.
he said, but it wasn't your connection though.
motherfucker.
All right. So once again, what do you think their next console is going to be?
I think it's gonna be
No,
an
no, no, no.
updated
I'm
version
talking
of.
about. I'm talking to Dragon. Dragon Tale.
I don't know. Dragon,
Think.
walk the dragon.
Yeah, there is the business aspect of it, where since their most successful era was the Wii and DS, they would have to eventually go back down to two lanes.
So you
Be
think
able
that
to.
that's their option is to go back to handheld? I don't think that they're going to do that. And I'll talk when it's my turn. I'll talk to you. I'll say what I think it's going to be. Killer Tay, unmute your mic, please.
Yeah,
Dress size.
He said plus size.
cocaine. Um, no, I think,
Hmm, he botting again.
but
No,
yeah, I think they should. I think they should stay down the line of Switch. I mean, continue to make that hybrid console. Therefore, they'll use less money when developing new consoles for both markets. Um, they won't have to worry about making two different versions of the game. they can just make one version, for across the board for the people that want to play handheld or not. Um, they should also think about how their studios can bring back uh, a lot of their older crowd uh, that grew up with Nintendo from back in the day and make some games that would probably appeal to them more to bring them back if they want to. I mean, they already riding the success of the kids and females of the Switch. So um, the only way I can see them innovating anymore would be with their pro controller. Maybe they do some innovations with that. There's not much more they can do with the Switch besides make the pro version and make a uh, I guess do something with the pro controller like Sony did with their controller. Add whatever they had in like the Switch controllers themselves. The like the Dual Sense that they have in the Switch controllers. Probably put that technology and stuff into their pro controller.
Okay.
Uh, and I mean they're basically gonna have the success across the board with their handheld market and their home.
Nintendo's afraid of, because they lost a lot, what I'm saying, with the Wii U, and then they got a big break when they made the Switch. So I think they're still kind of analyzing what's going to be successful and what's not going to be successful.
Yeah,
What do you think they're going to do?
I think they're gonna make an updated version of the Switch, personally.
So what, just
Um,
a better Switch?
yeah, pretty much. I mean, to where they can, I mean, where their games can, have better performance and things like that. I mean, I would like to think that they.
Stream is disconnected. Are we still here? You still alive?
we're still here in the Discord.
I don't know if you're still alive.
Let me see here. Hold on. Try this again. Are we still here? You still alive?
We're still here in the Discord.
I don't know if you're still alive.
It seemed like we're good. It seemed like this thing picked up where we left off. Just making sure. Try this again. Are we still here? Still alive?
We're still here in the Discord.
I don't know if you're still alive.
It seemed like we're good. It seemed like this thing. All right, cool. Anyway, apologize for that. So, all right. So my thing is this, right? It's just like with music albums. If they try to do the same thing again and again, it just keeps selling less and less unless you're Michael Jackson. Uh, but then again, he didn't even do the same thing. Every album he did was different, had a different tone, and you have to keep it fresh. You know what I'm saying? Unless your idea originally was kind of like in its infancy stage. Like if you look at PlayStation, PlayStation originally started off with focusing on 3D, and then the PlayStation 2 focused on almost like CGI type graphics, right? You know what I mean? So they wanted to make things look really like, and they had new genres that we couldn't do before. The PS3 focused on multiplayer, just that whole generation focused on multiplayer, and that was the new thing. And then the PS4, well, the PS4 was a finalization of multiplayer, and on top of it, the type of games that we gotten, you know what I'm saying, like these RPGs, these Western RPGs and shit like that. You had things of that nature that came out. So, and then now with the PS5 is, ray tracing and shit like that. It's doing new things. So I don't think just having a better, because you can only do but so much with a handheld, like what Hellscream said. It, power is your limitation in general. So I'm gonna go to Killer Tag, man. What do you think they should do? I mean, you already said it, right? Killer Tag?
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
said it. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to talk to Black.
Yo,
What do you think Nintendo's next console is going to be?
they
What
ain't
kind of
gonna switch the formula, bro. They'd be stupid too. They'd
what
be
they
fucking. To switch the formula would be dumb. They not gonna do it, bro. They already had the two failed fucking console, GameCube and fucking Wii U. Like they already see the pattern, bro.
what
And
they what they say in Japan? It is your best and only option.
I don't know what they say, bro. But all I know is
I
they
know a
tired of
lot.
competing
I know
in the
a lot,
graphics market, bro. They don't care about the hardcore gamer, the gamer
but
who wants graphics. They don't
but
care about that.
but
They got their
everybody does. But everybody
they got
else
the
does.
demographics. They got the They got the older crowd. They got the crowd that don't give a fuck about gameplay. You know what I'm saying? They just care about the cutesy shit. They got that crowd. They don't care no more, bro. They don't care about us. That's why I
I
said
think they do
Nintendo can eat a
care.
dick, dog.
I
They don't.
think
They really don't.
I think they care to some degree because if they get enough flack with it in terms of third party, then they don't have to change it.
Dog,
Fatal.
the Nintendo fans don't give a fuck, bro. They don't ask for
No,
that for
no, no,
fucking
no.
better
But you
graphics.
still
They
got a
don't care about
hundred. You still got 100 million people that got the Switch roughly. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the day,
The
without
Switch,
purchasing the
bitch.
game. You know
why
what I'm
would they
saying?
switch? Why would they switch their current shit
I know,
from
no.
their
I'm not saying. But here's the thing. I'll answer your question after Fatal. Fatal. What do you think
Mhm.
the new console is going to be?
The Switch Pro.
I'm gonna kick his. Fate.
Dude.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
drop kick you.
saying? Hey, I just gave you my answer.
What is the Switch? What is the Switch Pro? What does that mean?
What is a PS4 Pro? And a PS4?
So
The
you think
better
that?
version of the four.
So you think that they're not going to make another console? They're just going to take the Switch and just say it's a Pro version.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think they're gonna do another console. I think they're gonna do some kind of hybrid. You know,
Oh well,
whether it's gonna be
Yeah.
just you know like an updated Switch or some other crazy idea that they come up with to bridge both handheld and console. I think that's what they're gonna do, man.
Yeah, especially with these fucking the silicone and fucking semiconductor fucking shortages right now.
yeah, they don't want
It'll
that
be in
smoke.
their best interest just to make a pro version of the Switch, because we're probably not even going to see an abundance amount of fucking PS5 and Xbox Series X's until like 3 or 4 years down the line, dude. This generation alone is going to be the longest fucking generation we've had as gamers for since the fucking 360 and PS3 era, just because of this pandemic.
well, I don't. Okay, so they still have to some degree, focus on what the clientele wants. You know what I mean? To some degree, there's still third party people that still want. You know what I'm saying? There's still people that want it.
Yeah.
So what I would think to switch it all up, excuse the pun, is
Hmm.
basically have two like almost like what computers do. So a computer would have like bare minimum requirements and then their maximum requirements. I think that their IP or the application, like there should be some hardware within the dock, right? That allows for 4K or something similar to 4K or 1440, whatever it is, something higher, and could boost the resolution, whatever, better CPU. And when you connect them two together, kind of like back in the day with N64 and their expansion pack, when you connect the two together, it automatically puts that app in maximum mode. That way they can have their cake.
Basically,
They can have their
you're
cake and eat
basically
it.
sorry to interrupt. You're basically saying something like a detachable console, I guess, in a way.
But you can still have the same IP. It's just when you unplug it and leave it on dock, then you're looking at something that a cell phone could render. You know what I'm saying? Something that doesn't have shaders or something that doesn't have uh, all these particles or just a low
Only two
res
frames a
version.
second.
Or yeah, and it drops the frames. You know what I'm saying? To make it work in portable mode. Like it should just basically be like a minimum requirement for PC. That's what I think that they should do. And then to make the hardware more viable, I'm here like an STD. What's going on, Azizel? So that's what I think that they should do. Because there's nothing really you can do with handhelds in general because of the battery or phones for the matter. They just suck the battery dry and then that's pretty much it. That's the problem.
especially with that OLED version right now.
OLED is give and take. Some things, if you have like a lot of whites, it'll drain your battery. If it's a darker game, you can preserve better. It's always a wash. It doesn't. It's not going to hinder. It looks better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the big thing with it. It looks better. So they're going to probably try to test out the OLED to see how much it will sell, to see what they will probably need to do. But that
I
like
think I was actually gonna say that too, man, because I almost low key feel like they're gonna kind of test the waters with the OLED, man. You know, to see what would happen if they have an updated version of the Switch. Um, Personally, I'm not buying that bitch. I ain't buying that bullshit.
a lot of people, I mean, I feel like it's probably going to tell them that they need to up the ante. They need to do better. Do better. You know, that's what I think that they need to do.
I
I
want to
Um,
see
mean,
how the battery life would work with that OLED screen. How long the battery lasts
I
with the
think it's
OLED screen now.
I've done a lot of research for OLEDs and LCDs and stuff like that. It's minimal. It's a wash. So it's all about aesthetics. And I normally, guys, I would continue the podcast as if like free form, but my friend looks like he is is high at AF. So he looks so tired, man. Like one of his eyes is drifting to the left. Like he can't even focus both eyes in one.
the
You
fuck
should
are you
see how
talking about?
Jeez.
you should see how this guy like he has a lot of hair. He just rolled it up into like a ball and laid on
Hair pillow.
it. A hair pillow. He like ruffled it and shit. Like I guess that's what hair would sound like. Like, I don't know.
Good luck getting back to the airport.
Yeah, stupid.
I'll probably live longer the way you drive. This dude,
Jeez.
okay. Let me say this before we go on to our
Oh,
last
I
topic.
forgot. Yeah, because you are in Texas, man. I forgot about that shit. I keep fucking forgetting that shit, man.
So let me explain something, right? So I get there, right? And I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He was up for almost 24 hours because he works overnight, and then a whole bunch of crap
Mm.
happened with traffic, as Killer Tay already knows in Texas. It's
Mm.
I think it's second to LA actually. Like it's really bad over here, and it's gotten worse since the pandemic. It was never this bad. Either way. So anyway, he's driving erratically, automatically, and I'm like, and I'm thinking because he got a new car, like he would have more care with the traffic. So anyway, he's driving real close. He's riding people's ass, and he loved
Pause. Pause.
pause, right? He ends up tapping a Fiat. He was so close, and yo, this white bitch's scalp shook. I seen it when he hit her, and she turned around. She turned around and saw his crazy mane. It was like, oh shit, I better shut the fuck up. He's not saying nothing before he beats me with the
Probably
chain that's hanging off of
he
his
probably has a
pants.
he probably has a bat in his trunk listening to rock
No,
music, heavy
no,
metal.
you should see it.
Did she get out? Did
He has
she
it.
get out of the
No,
car?
no, no. He
Did she
has
get
it.
out of the car and come
No,
to
no,
the car and was like,
she didn't.
cocaine,
She,
cocaine?
you know what? She didn't. She didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, right? But the way that this
Mm,
dude looks, I think he's 6'2", I believe. He has like these gauntlet things, like God of War gauntlets on his
mm,
forearm, right? Just so rock, so metal. He has a thick Lowe's chain on his pants for a belt. Like he looks like the Ghost of Sparta, and then he has like he has like mad
He is
hair all
just
the way.
ashy.
Bro,
Just ashy.
and he's ashy, and he has hair as long as Laura Croft, like it's all the way down his back, right? So he's like he just has it like floating up there, and he has like an angular guitar in the back and stuff like that. And the lady was like, "I don't want no kind of smoke." So she hit her or whatever. So anyway, I'm looking like, yo, you just hit that lady. He was like, man, oh, she be all right. Oh, I didn't. It was just a love tap. I'm like, okay, oh, that's what I said. Oh, so Anyway, we get to the hotel, right?
Yeah.
Just so I could just drop all my stuff off and I wanted to go to the gym. So we drive out the hotel and everything like that, and I'm wondering why all the cars is looking at us crazy as hell. And then a car he drives on the road that we are on, but it was oncoming. And I'm like, yo,
Y'all went down a one-way street.
he went down a one-way street.
Oh my God.
So he was like, oh shit, I didn't even know. So he drove off and then ran a red light in the process to get to the right place. So I'm like, okay, or whatever. It was a red light to get to safety. So I'm like, all right, I see that you haven't learned how to drive since since I was here the last time. So anyway, he's like, man, it just looked weird with the hotel. All right, fine. So anyway, we go to a store. I went to CVS, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna go over here, and then he's driving. And he drives on the curb. Boom, boom, bam. I said, what the fuck? Yo, this dude ran over a curb. It was like, damn,
Jesus.
I did not see that. I'm like, bro.
Bro. Yo,
Start
he's
feeling
lying
bad
for
for the
Yo,
car.
I'm like, bro, I'm like, you just got the car. And
bro, you,
he's like, did you die though?
But it's the
dude, and
car
you were
alive.
talking about, bro, you were talking about me too, man. I wasn't even driving that bad
Yes, he
either.
was, man. This dude was driving with a fucking pinky,
Oh my God.
going 105 miles an hour around a bend. I
Hey,
was
man.
so traumatized, man. I just went to sleep. I
But
went.
this nigga can run over a fucking curb and you'll be all right with it. Come on, man.
No, I wasn't all right with it. I will say that you have
Ran
to.
down a goddamn one way street, bro. Come on.
I will say, you were controlling the car, but I figured because you young, I was like, if I die, I just want to be asleep when it happens. So I just want to sleep. If I fly out this head, I just don't even want to feel it. That's how I was thinking to myself. So
Oh
that
man.
was your case. I was awake the whole time because he's jerking back and forth with the car, and I'm like, bro, you really got to do better than this. All right, fine, right? So we go to the hotel because it's full capacity at his actual crib. So I get the hotel, whatever. Go to sleep, stay asleep for a long time, right? Make sure we were
Yeah.
completely asleep. Because we went to the what was it? The Texas Road. What is it?
Texas Roadhouse
What is it?
Texas,
or Texas Land and Cattle or Texas
The
Roadhouse.
Texas Fair.
Oh,
Texas
y'all went to the
State
fair.
Fair.
The Texas State Fair, right? That's where those pictures are from Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So we get there, right? And he decides to show off on his car. He was like, yo, Josh, look at this. So he power slides into an exit. And I'm like, I don't think your skill level, you should be doing that. But he did. He pulled it off though. He pulled it off, and I was like, okay. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're
So it
safe.
was luck.
So
So it was luck.
I was like, we're safe. It was probably because he was tired. All right, fine. Anyway, we get to the state fair, right? And the guy's telling us to reverse it or whatever the case is, right? And he backs into a Jaguar. Boop!
Backed into.
A Jaguar.
That he just got recently.
No. He's in a Mustang. He backs into a Jaguar because the guy is flagging them into. He's like, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, cut the wheel, cut the wheel. Boom! Oh.
Jesus
Jesus.
I
Christ, bro.
said, Lord have mercy. I said, let me just.
Lord Bodhisattva
I,
Allah save me
I,
today.
I said, let me just.
Mercy.
Let me just let me just bring this Bible here, the portable one,
Bible.
Yeah. Damn.
the small one, so I can make it back home, man. I mean, I would feel more safe strapped to the wing of a damn plane, man. Look, he just laying back like, but did you die though?
Yeah,
You
man.
still, you still talking? It's. So anyway,
You still breathing, right?
you still
You still got
breathing.
life in your breath.
No, wait. Back there was a black. You good. You good. You good.
Damn, man. I can't even. I was going to suggest y'all go to Austin and go to Black's Barbecue. I can't even suggest that. You might not make the trip.
I probably won't. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just like all that Gran Turismo. Though, this dude is twice platinum. Gran Turismo, man, it did nothing. All them driving skills. What's his name? What's his name? The Gran Turismo dude, the Yamauchi. Oh, he lied.
Yeah,
He lied. He said that you could become a good driver with that. All them
yeah,
assists. So
yeah.
that's how you got that platinum. You turned all the assists on. Anyway, we're gonna
Went
go
in the
into
autopilot.
we're gonna go. Jemai, you right, Jemai. We're gonna go into our last topic, right? And our last topic is crappy PlayStation fanboys, man. They give all of us a horrible name. A horrible name. Anybody that's a fan of PlayStation, just a terrible, terrible name. On the Twitterverse, you guys know who you are. You know who you are. Awful. Awful. How do you guys feel? Do you know anybody personally that's a crap fanboy of PlayStation?
Uh,
I already know what he's
yeah,
going to say.
his
I already know what he's going to say. But before you go on, Ken, uh, Hellscream,
yeah,
do you know any
his
crappy? Do you know any
yeah,
crappy
spider nuts,
fanboys?
yo.
I know their leader.
Say it again.
But I know their leader.
Who might that be?
Oh, I know.
He's sitting right here in the bedroom with me.
Okay, cute.
Ah, shit, Josh.
What about you, Ken? You know anybody that's a crappy fanboy?
A crappy fanboy.
Yeah, somebody is like, you give us a bad name. You give us Pegasus team. Team Pegasus a bad name.
Shit, just go on Twitter, man. There's a fuck ton of them.
Do you know anybody in particular?
Shit. I mean, I have some that it kind of irritate me, like Tony Palenko. That motherfucker's annoying.
No, Sony.
Um, yeah. So yeah, like Sony fan, or what do you mean exactly? Like just some fucking radical fanboy?
A radical PlayStation fanboy. I don't think Tony is though.
No, I don't. No, I don't know.
You just don't want to start no trouble. That's what that is. I already know what it is. I know you know. I know you know what it is.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't really follow a lot of radical people, man. I don't know, crap gamer maybe. Motherfucker's crazy, dude.
Hey, y'all remember that dude way back in the day when the PS3 came out? He was that white dude sitting in a recliner and he was talking about the tray for life. I'm trying to remember his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Oh, the Indian dude. Not Indian.
No,
The
no, no.
Mexican dude.
He's the white
El
dude. He always
Prestor.
wore a beanie. He was like, "It's the tray for life." Like you.
Yeah, you're talking about El Prestor.
Is that it?
Yeah, he actually doesn't do that shit no more. He hasn't done that shit since the PS3.
Right. Well, that's just a goofy memory I had. That's all I had.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what, man?
I remember him when he was doing that shit. That shit was fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and you got because I know you guys, you guys are from the round table and shit, but I think Sick is kind of a radical fanboy, man. That motherfucker is really annoying sometimes
And I oop.
with his take.
And I oop.
Sick,
No, I
like,
heard you. I just said and I oop.
yeah, no, I'm serious, man. Like bro, like I've seen him have some retarded takes, man. Like he would say some stupid shit, and I'm like, bro, like what the fuck are you? Like I forgot what he said. He said something about Game Pass, man, one time. Something um, like you pay $120 a year. He said I could buy the game for 100 and something, some bullshit like that. And I was just like, nigga, shut up. This just sounds so stupid, man. It just sounds dumb, man.
I
You know?
really want to say this. So you could tell a real fanboy from a person that just wants to be right all the time. Don't get them confused because they're not to be confused. They're totally different. Like somebody that's a real fanboy would be something like Retrokin. Shout out to Retrokin. He a fanboy. He a real one. He likes his PlayStation, right? But then there's people online that spout off the most nonsensical stuff.
JTech.
And ooh,
Did I stutter? I said JTech.
So,
ooh, this is a spicy one. I didn't think there was okay. Spice, late spice. Um, when I hear people talk about like that, really irritated me. I don't know who it was. I forgot, or I do know who it was, but I will refuse to say. But I will say this: when these dudes talk about, I don't want a game to be on PC because it diminishes the culture. That irritates me. I've even seen people online talk about some. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be able to put that game on PC. Why are you putting it on PC? Relax and shut.
Like motherfucker, the game is made on PC.
That's
Not
the
even
hilarious thing too, as well. They sit there and they say they want to respect the culture, but yet every chance they get, they're shitting on the culture too, as well. When it comes to video games, like,
that
nah,
pisses
bro,
me
fuck
off.
out of here with that shit.
That pisses me off to no end when you talk about when you act like the PlayStation brand is yours and it can never be anywhere else just to be right. That's what irritates me. Because when only on PlayStation, only that means little to nothing anymore, just to let you guys know. I think Ken said this. He says when he looks at the only on PlayStation, that doesn't even mean anything anymore. There's no such thing as exclusives really at this point.
it really doesn't, bro.
You know what I'm
I was
saying?
looking at that shit earlier, man. Like I was looking at some of the old case designs for the PS4, and it said only on PlayStation. And I remember at the time I was like, oh shit, only on PlayStation. But like now I'm looking at it, I'm like, this shit means fucking nothing now. Man. That's some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, that shit going to PS4 too, son.
PS4.
PS4, PC,
That's what I'm saying. Like it just
Nintendo,
like
and Xbox.
shut your ass. Anyway, Black,
Nintendo and Xbox.
what you guys say, Black, about this? Who do you know that's real toxic, a toxic PlayStation fanboy? A donkey.
uh,
Black.
hmm.
I don't, well, shit. I'm a fucking fanboy. Shit.
No,
For
you're not. No,
for the
you're
right
not.
reasons. Shit. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you're not.
For the right reasons.
Yeah, man. I love PlayStation, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Some niggas
no.
just they don't they need to come back down to earth with some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know?
I heard something on the plate what do you call it on Twitter Spaces, right? And the dude was like, I just love the fact that Sony acquired Blue Point because we're going to get a Legends of Dragoon. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah, that is super.
I still believe that we actually will one day.
One day, but
We
not by
won't.
them. Not by
Fatal,
them.
you still believe?
Oh no,
Fatal,
definitely
you
to be
still
by them.
Fatal, Fatal, you still believe we getting a Bloodborne too? Stop it.
You know what else
I'm
I
still,
noticed?
I still believe that.
I'm a,
You know
Man, fuck you! Don't ruin my fantasy, you son of a bitch.
wait,
yo,
wait.
I'm
He
gonna be
said
honest with you, bro.
fantasy.
I'm gonna have to put my tinfoil hat on that one, bro. I think that shit might happen.
I think it's coming too. I think it's coming.
What?
Just for the record. But we're talking about fanboys. See, the
Hmm.
thing about it is when it comes to fanboys is that they sit there and they make up these magical scenarios. You know what I'm saying? It we're not going to get Legends of Dragoon. That's not what we're going to get.
Hmm.
We're in these particular cases, that you want Sony to buy all these studios to get into a pissing contest with Microsoft for no reason at all other than the pissing contest. You sit there and you champion the fact that you go on a Metacritic and say that these games are highly rated and highly regarded, right? And then when Xbox and or Nintendo gets a high rating for Metacritic, it doesn't matter anymore. That's the type of toxicity that I'm not feeling. You know what I'm saying?
It's that lovely narrative flip, dude, man. We hear it every fucking time. Every
Every
time.
time you talk about, you know what I mean?
Something's only relevant to them when it actually is something that they themselves want individually wise.
Well, no, they don't want it. What they do want is more ammunition for Twitter, like this 8K nonsense. Oh my God, it does 8K. You don't have 8K. Oh, I thought
Yo,
you said this.
Yo, and
I'm
it's
like,
funny. They're talking about the tourist, you know what I mean, for the what was the PS5 supporting 8K, whatever the case may be. Have you seen how that game looks? I'm not surprised why it's fucking going to be done in 8K. So to
but there was
glock
a
over that
but there was a game.
is fucking
There was
stupid.
what's that game on Xbox? That game that's I guess you're a fish or something. I forgot what it was, but it
what,
does
the Falconeer?
the Falconeer that does 8K too. So we got to keep that same
No, it doesn't.
energy. It does.
The Falconeer on Xbox fucking what series console?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that game does do 8K.
Series X. It does.
Are you sure about that? You
Mm-hmm.
might want to double check into that.
Why are you not sure? You an Xbox?
Motherfucker, because I don't give a fuck about no 4K, 8K fucking bullshit. I don't pay attention to that dog shit. Fuck out
Well,
of here.
let me see. Falconeer
I don't
Xbox.
remember that game being 8K, but I don't know. I didn't really check into the game that much.
I remember that shit. I remember hearing that shit, but I don't think it launched at 8K. I don't know if it runs 8K.
No.
I remember
I don't
that
think
that
it
was
did.
something that was talked about. It was a talking point for a while. But even if you Google it right now, you see a 2020 post. You don't see anything that's recent.
Okay, so October 2020 is on Xbox.
Right. So that says October 2020. That's before the Series X launched. That's like shit that they were talking about before it launched.
Yeah,
Like if
but it's from
do
the
you have it?
Xbox
That's something
website.
that Digital Foundry would have fucking talked about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Did they even
Yeah,
talk about the
why
game?
don't
Did
have
they
it
did
in the
they even talk about the game at all?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
Like
they
if
did.
if
yeah.
I
When
there's
think
they
they
one
when
did.
they when
8K game out in the market, you think that somebody would be talking about it,
So
right?
let me
Like
read this.
they,
Let
yeah.
me
nobody
read this.
talking
No,
about
no, no, because of the way the game looks. They didn't keep that energy. In addition to benefiting from the power and performance of the Xbox Series X for quicker load times, etc., what Xbox Series X features were you most excited to explore leveraging in the development of the Falconeer? Answer: I think the answer is twofold, in my opinion. I believe 60 frames per second should be a foundational feature of the next generation. As a maker, I don't accept that 30 frames per second is sufficient for action games with high intensity gameplay, like you experienced during the dogfights in the Falconeer. Achieving 60 frames per second on the previous generations required compromises and sacrifices you won't have to make next generation. Sacrifices to AI, to visuals, to background simulations, to the scale of your open world game, to the level details. 60 frames per second is a must and a huge benefit for to players. The other one is 4K, but also 6K and 8K. It's funny because when you look at a television, you can always tell that you're looking at a TV because even on high quality screens, you see pixels and jagged lines and stuff. But if I run a game in 6K or 8K, I can pause the game and it's like having a piece of art in your living room. It's so crisp. I think that that's wonderful, and I think the players will be blown away by the clarity and crispness of games at higher resolutions. The game has 6K and 8K, and no one said anything about that. Interesting.
They did. Hold up.
I don't think he
What you
confirmed
just
that. I think
read,
he just talked
yeah,
about a
Yeah.
feature,
he
bro.
didn't
He's
even
not even confirming it,
He
he didn't
never
man.
even
talked about the
say it
game.
did.
He
He
did.
didn't say anything about Falconer being an 8K. If you go to the Xbox.com / US games / the Falconeer, wherever the hell the shit is, it tells you what the game does. It's 4K Ultra HD, 120
Yeah,
frames per second, and it says smart delivery. It doesn't have
he
any
was
other
giving
badges.
him. He added his opinion on fucking
What do you think
6K and
that?
8K.
What do you
He
think
didn't
that? What do you think the Ultra HD means?
4K,
It means
son.
it's 8K.
Oh
Okay,
my
you don't
God.
mean this nigga here,
See
bro.
Shut
now
the fuck
see
up,
I
Josh.
wasn't gonna
See,
say you,
you was just
but
talking
now
about
you're
people
that
that gotta be
toxic
right, bro.
motherfucker.
All right,
See,
wait,
You're
this
that
wait.
nigga's
toxic
right now.
motherfucker.
There's more. There's
This
more to it.
nigga
There's
here, bro.
more to it. There's more to it. Here's another one.
Oh
Mhm.
man, this motherfucker read comprehension is fuck.
So he says that he said they say question. So, what are your specs for the Falconer on the Xbox Series X? Answer: the specs for our game is twofold. One, the game is running at 60 frames per second or 120 frames. And the other portion of this is that it runs in 8K Ultra HD. So,
Where
No,
you
it
see
didn't
that
say
at?
that.
Where
I
you
don't
see
know
that
about
at?
that
Yeah,
Where
shit.
you
yeah,
see that
yeah.
at,
You
you old
changed that
cock
shit.
ass?
Fuck out of here,
Where
Josh.
you
That
see it
that
at?
that
Where you see that at, you toxic motherfucker?
he added that shit on at the end, right? That article ended. Get it ultra res
This
8K
motherfucker
Ultra
toxic as
HD.
shit. I'm gonna tell you
That
who
game
I
got
think
so
is
much
like,
hate for the
mother,
wrong, stupidest
mother.
I
You know
mean,
what?
he
The,
don't
the,
care. Ain't none
the,
of us
the
old
fucking
motherfucking
toxic
HD yet.
and
PlayStation guy that I think is out there is motherfucking Josh. Because if you say anything negative towards motherfucking Horizon Zero Dawn,
Bro,
this
that dude,
motherfucker
yo,
tells you to go kill yourself slowly with a knife and a buck shotgun.
yo, Josh does not tolerate any slander towards Horizon,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That bitch fat now. What the fuck you gonna say?
by the way, just want to let you guys know, I did
Yeah.
platinum Returnal. So
There.
me and
Ah,
Black are return.
congratulations.
So me and Black are return.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Me and Black are Returnal bros.
Ah.
Pause. Pause.
Hey yo, hey yo, can you a part of the Returnal Bros too? You got the plat too, right? Pause.
Yeah, man, I got that shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
already know.
Returnal Bros threefold. Pause.
I
Okay.
decided I
Oh, okay.
decided to take
Looking
my
Okay.
real time
Y'all
free.
got the. Okay. Y'all got
Pause.
the plat in
Pause.
that. What other roguelike game y'all got a plat in?
no, but listen.
No, no,
I'm
no.
working. I'm
Answer the
working on
question first.
Hades.
Answer the
I'm working
question
on Hades
first.
right now.
Answer the question first.
None. None other than
No,
that. I'm working on
Yeah.
no,
Hades. So
but let me but
Yeah.
let me say this.
Work on the other
nah,
But let me say this, right?
I'm working on the other one.
I took my sweet time with Celine. I turned on the Art of Noise and I played my sis. Do 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 do.
one. Oh my god.
And
This nigga is stupid.
yo, that shit. Moments in love. I took my sweet. He's can't say that.
This motherfucker is stupid.
So no, I did take my time. I didn't want to finish the game that just immediately. I just wanted to find any excuse to beat the game. So
All
uh
You
right.
just wanted every
oh,
excuse in the
Marco
book
Usually.
to have.
Marco was here. He says the Taurus on PS5 is officially the first listed console game that can output at a 4K without frame rate drops. Xbox Series X can only output at 6K without full anti-aliasing. See, Marco is the type of fanboy
We
that's the toxic fanboy of the PlayStation. He's
we
so.
have
I'm
no.
playing with
We
you,
have.
Marco. I'm joshing.
I don't
But
think anybody here
I'm
owns an
joshing.
HD display, so
Yeah.
Jesus.
I bought one
God
recently.
damn it, Josh.
So what you talking about?
he always say he bought some shit recently. Bro. You ain't got no AK, nigga. Stop capping, nigga.
What you mean? I wanted to future proof myself for the PS
Lies.
5
Lies, I
6
tell you.
Pro.
Um,
Lies.
hey,
This
pause, pause, pause,
motherfucker.
pause, 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 pause. How many inches is the display, dog? Pause.
You said what now?
This motherfucker
How
will
many
not
inches
spend
is your AK
10,000
display?
on a
How
Pause.
TV.
many how many inches? That's my
He is not spending
it's only
10,000 on a motherfucking TV.
it's only the bigger ones, yo. 65 inches. Pause.
That's a big. Never mind.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Okay.
One hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Yo, I can't believe that story, yo. What an awful story, yo. That's an inside joke to somebody that was denying their homosexuality or something. I don't know what they were doing. He was like, "Yeah, I was really getting
Yeah.
in. You know, you remember that one time when you were hitting it from the back and I was eating her out and your cock slipped out and I picked it up and put it back in there. Remember that? I was like, whoa, what the?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Are we just gonna
bruh.
stop now? What you just said? Wait a minute, man. Let me finish the story.
He was like, "Yo, we're blocks. You got a cocaine." I was like, "What the?" I overheard a conversation, by the way. But anyway, just in general, this was like a little. This is not a long topic, honestly. Like this is talk about just the fanboys. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy fanboys. I really just PlayStation fanboys. You mentioned JTech. You mentioned Sick. I'm not a fan of the fanboyism with those two. You should be able to rationally like something. You know what I'm saying? If you don't rationally like something and it can do no wrong, you become a Nintendo. So,
I'm a fanboy. I accept it.
I mean,
I'm a Pegasus. I'm a pony, nigga.
Oh,
but
nigga,
you see how Nintendo they
I'm a
just they
Pegasaurus, nigga.
a
What?
What you
Pegasaurus.
talking
I
Pegasus.
about?
actually like that. I like that. That's
Pegasaurus Rex, nigga.
a
Oh
Pegasaurus
God,
Rex. Oh God, that ain't that mook shit. So no,
evolution, nigga. Oh shit, my bad. Go ahead.
I will say this though, like for instance, like Nintendo, they're rationally like anything that Nintendo gives to the fans, any kind of goop, they just slop up. You know, let me just release a 20-year-old game that we barely upgraded the graphics. You know,
And yet
uh,
it sells like crack.
and then it sells like crack, like you know, what's his name? Miyamoto just had a little glass container of crack, just sprinkled that on there, and gave it to you.
Yep.
But
Yep.
honestly, I don't like the fact that people just want to win arguments online. Like you don't even play the exclusives. You just be like, yo, these games are so crazy. Oh my God, yo, you see how Gravity Rush looks, and then you never buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
stupidity
saw
like
how
that.
many people were capping, bro. You
Yeah.
saw how many people were capping for what you call it?
Days going.
Japan that one too, but Japan Studio when they restructured the studio, everybody was like, oh my god,
Crying for
this
a
sounds so
studio
great.
you haven't even bought their game in 10 years.
Yeah, and then when you look at the sales figures for some of the games that they had released, more recently, Gravity Rush, and although they did a co-development with Last Guardian, that shit sold like 1 million copies. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, nobody played this fucking game, man.
Yo, Koopa Clips, did you sub to this channel, yo? If your name look familiar, if you haven't, please sub. I appreciate it. He says Nintendo is overrated. They are. We had a discussion earlier about Nintendo.
All of them are overrated, man. If you're not a fanboy.
And honestly, I just wish they just take their games up to a new level. I want a new Metroid made by them. You know what I mean? To
I'm still waiting for Sony to do that shit too.
Sony to do what?
To take that to the next level. We ain't there yet.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I can
Yo,
feel
Ah,
the
the
I can feel the
silence
heat.
of Josh
yeah.
Hey,
fucking
yo,
intrigues
Motherfucking
me.
yo, Fatal,
cricket.
Fatal, what's next level? What are you looking for in terms of next level? To be fair,
Not fucking the same old story driven narrative, fucking third person over the shoulder fucking adventure games every fucking goddamn 2 years.
I swore
Give
I
me
saw a
something
game.
new. God damn it.
I swore I saw
what
a
would be the
game
next level for
with
you?
a little
What would be
robot.
the evolution?
Wait, hold on, wait.
The Eternals to start.
I swore I
Huh?
saw a game with a robot. What was that game again?
Oh, you talking about the tech demo that's built into the console that allows you to fucking jerk off to the goddamn DualSense?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that
virtual
game.
console from Sony. Oh, and then there was this one game that you race. Do y'all know about that one?
What game?
It's a game that you race. It's been there for years.
I hope you're
Hmm.
not talking about Drive Club. That's it,
No,
didn't it?
no. I think
B.
Gran Turismo. Yeah, I remember that.
That shit
Yeah,
ain't out yet.
all of the Gran Turismos.
Well, fucking man, how the fuck did you forget about Gran Turismo?
And then there was that one. There was the one with the swords. Like you can yeah, it was you were a ninja. I don't remember having a gun in there. Yeah. Do y'all remember having a gun?
The Ghost.
That was
Oh, yeah,
PS4.
And then it
he's
was
talking
that.
about Ghost.
Still that was
And then
PS4.
it was that.
Talking
And
about
then it
Ghost
was
of
that.
Sushi.
And then it
Yeah,
was
he's
that.
talking about Ghost of Sushi, the better Assassin's Creed.
And then it was that baseball
I
game
mean,
too.
yes.
It was that baseball game. What was that one?
What baseball game?
The MLB one.
That shit a
Uh,
multiplat.
we're talking about what Sony. We're talking about what Sony
Yeah,
makes. Oh, and what about?
Facts.
And then what
that
about
was a
that one?
fucking.
And then what about that one game where it's like you make your games out of like clay almost? Dreams.
Nobody's
Oh,
talking about dreams no more.
hmm.
Ain't nobody talking about that.
And then there was the one where you do graffiti.
Always with the story-driven narrative fucking game,
What was the
dude.
one with the graffiti?
Go
See, he's botting
look at the
again.
people.
See, every time, see,
You say
when I
Horizon
was,
Zero Dawn?
so when I was hitting him, with the facts, with the holy water. You see how he started botting immediately? When I hit him with the holy water, he
That
started
gameplay on
botting.
Returnal, man,
This
that shit
motherfucker's
was
stupid.
fire, bro. That Returnal.
Hold on.
Oh,
That was some
what
sexy
about
gameplay,
demons?
bro.
What about Demon Souls? I don't remember having a gun in there either.
Oh, here
Dude,
you go,
all
the
they did
remake
was
shit.
remake
It's
Demon
a
Souls.
remake. Oh, there you go. I was waiting for it.
Motherfucking remake.
It's a remake, nigga.
Trifling. All of y'all
Jesus.
trifling. Trifling.
It's a remake,
Did you really bring up fucking a remake after we just got done talking about fucking remakes?
It's not even a remake.
But it's
It's
not.
a,
It's
it's
not.
It's the
basically
same
it's,
fucking
it's
code,
not even
just
it's not
different
even
code of
it's not
paint.
even it's not even a remake. It's basically a remaster like fucking Shadow of the Colossus was.
And then it was Shadow of the Colossus, which wasn't like a. They didn't have a gun in there either.
Oh,
Or
look at
I
grab.
love it.
Or
That was
I
gravity
you're
love
bringing
rush.
up
it.
old
I
ass shit.
really,
Or
You're bringing up
do
old
love
ass
it.
shit to the generations where Sony used to be Sony. I love your argument, Josh.
Gravity Rush that came out during the same time that they had Uncharted and Bloodborne
and
and
the studio closed down, so we ain't getting no more of those.
oh
Yep,
no
so
they
that's
didn't
irrelevant.
they didn't close down, they just changed the name and put a couple
Yeah, that's called closing down
no it's
and
not,
being bought by somebody else.
nope, and then they bought somebody else, you know what I'm saying, you know they got Fire Spray,
That
you
means
know, that one,
that means they somebody else.
and I oop,
They're not real.
and I oop.
They're
Listen,
not real people anymore.
listen, Fado. You go to Nintendo for the kids games that usually the fan base for Nintendo games.
Hey, that's a kids game now.
But
Holy
listen.
shit!
Wait, listen. Usually games, people that like Nintendo games end up on To Catch a Predator. Oop,
Oh my god.
oop.
Man,
Oh
yo,
my
Yeah,
god.
why
there
are
has
you gonna take cheap shots at the Smash Brothers community, bro?
And I oop.
That's just fucked up, bro.
Uh-oh.
there has been some pretty sus shit in the Nintendo community though, man.
Oh,
Like
of course
Oop.
there has.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Remember,
There
remember,
always
yo,
has been, though.
remember,
That's the problem.
remember when Smash Bros was letting you
Oh,
create fucking levels?
Yep, people were making fucking dicks and shit. Fucking
That
dude, man.
shit was
Jesus Christ.
fucking crazy.
Yo, Nintendo had a fucking
Wait.
Nintendo had a completely what's that word there? Fucking
Moderate.
Destroyed that hoe.
moderate fucking the whole entire Wii U fucking Miiverse shit there they had built into the fucking console.
And then what about Microsoft? They
What about Microsoft?
they have some of the most racist people
Stop.
fan base.
You know that's
No,
across
that's
the
a fucking
fucking
lie.
board.
And I,
Motherfuckers said
and
no.
I, and I,
I'm not even I'm not even gonna get
I've never been
I'm
called.
not even gonna get on that fucking
no
Twitter
game.
space fucking
That's
I've
crossing
never
the
been
I'm not
line.
called.
even dude.
I've
Nah,
never been called.
stop.
I've never been called an
Stop.
N word on the
Stop it.
PlayStation
Stop
Network.
it. I have. I
Uh,
have.
because you
Destroying
are.
motherfuckers in Call of Duty on
Wait,
PlayStation.
what are you
Them
saying?
motherfuckers call me niggas all the time. I
What are you
got
saying?
niggas, nigger bitch.
You can't hear. Oh, you saying games? No, was it the hard ER? Or was it just the A?
Yo,
It was a
see,
hard ER.
No, it wasn't.
hey, let me ask you a question.
KKK members over that motherfucker.
Hold on.
Hey, nah, we gonna stop the cap, yo.
I
I
do
experienced
have a
racism
question
on
related
PlayStation
to
like
the
a
whole
motherfucker.
entire no game aspect, right? So let me ask Tay a question real quick. Tay, how long has it been? How long has it been since Microsoft released their last first party title on the Xbox consoles?
Their last
Yeah.
first party,
Yeah,
Title?
like how long ago was it? Yeah.
like a couple of months.
What game would that be?
No, actually, that's not even true, man. Because Psychonauts just came out. That was like
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
multiplayer.
that was last month.
Yeah, but that was bound to happen, even if the bio didn't happen or not. because it was multiplayer. It was Kickstarter. It was a funded project, not Kickstarter, but it was on Fig, crowdfunded. But no, the reason why I asked this question is
That's Microsoft as a company, bro.
Well, I
Bro,
know.
that
Either
shit
way.
so
That's-
more on
that's-
PlayStation than it did on Xbox. That's on God.
But
And I
no,
don't
but
need
here's
proof.
the
You
thing,
know
though.
it.
Here's the thing. But
You
here's the
know
thing,
it.
though. No.
God.
But here's the thing about that question, though. But the aspect that people are not
That's
telling.
multiplayer. That's multiplayer. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to
I did the same
understand.
thing to
It's
MLB
a
though.
multi-plat.
Keep
It's a
same energy.
multi-plat. But we're
Same
just
energy.
going to ignore the 22,000 motherfuckers that backed it.
You ignored the MLB when he
No.
mentioned MLB. You said it's
But
multiplayer.
MLB is MLB is
I'm
not
about to hit him.
crowdfunded.
No. I'm about to hit him with the Indian. You definitely did.
La, 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 la.
Y'all said multiplayer don't count. That's what y'all said.
Yep. And then you
No,
talk about wait, Fado. You said that you're tired of you want Sony. This is why people say the things that they say. This is why when you have these conversations
What I'm saying is
with
fact,
people,
though.
this is why when you argue with people in the community, they look at you sideways because you have a standard with PlayStation, right? But you didn't say
Oh, I
anything
have a
about
standard with PlayStation, but they've been doing the same thing every generation minus the PS4.
no all the games
okay.
that they've made.
So you mean to tell me that they didn't have a fucking vast majority of variety when it came to their fucking PS3 fucking life cycle compared to the PS4 life cycle, correct?
They were all multiplayer games. That was the kick.
No, that's not true. But
That was
but,
the
but
kick.
my question still stands.
Most of them were
There was a
multiplayer
lot
games.
more. There was a lot more interesting titles on the PS3, right? The PS4 was more of a save generation. I'm not hating this, like how many games they've made.
But how come you
this
didn't come
generation.
up? But how come you didn't hit that same energy with Microsoft? Because what games were you playing on that console?
I wasn't playing their first party shit. I can promise you that. Outside from maybe two or three titles.
So why don't you?
Okay, hold up. Let me ask you a question.
Fatal's argument is not the games that come out; it's the genre of games.
Yeah, it's the genre is what I'm.
There was a hack and slash, a Western RPG, right? There was a shooter. Just because they have storylines in them, is that what you're not caring about?
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is, right, like these style games from that perspective and whatever the case would be, like I'm burnt out of that aspect itself.
You're burnt out of story. Fatal,
He's talking about third person action adventure.
Yeah,
let me ask you
third-person action adventure games, like third party or first party, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm burnt out of that genre because literally that's all I've been fucking playing for the last several fucking years. Is that exact same style of game, from Gears to Uncharted to Horizon to Ghost to everything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on the genre.
So pick up Dreams and Tearaway.
I do have Dreams. Have Dreams.
You have Tearaway?
I do have Tearaway, yes, because I got that on PS Plus.
Okay. Well, you didn't want to buy the game.
Man, don't. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because a lot of motherfuckers didn't buy that shit on the Vita too as well. So fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Who's y'all? Who's y'all?
Really, you gonna bring racism into this crap now? Really?
Why did you
Josh?
Why did you go to such dark places? I was talking about y'all as independent,
motherfucker.
I don't think he went there. I don't think that's where
he just mad because he said nigger hordes.
Now he went there.
Man, you're never gonna let that go, aren't you? You're never gonna let that go, dude.
Talking about his phone accidentally switched the N with the B with
the N. Have you ever noticed that when you look at the keyboard, why is the B next to N? So when you spell the word big or bigger, you have a very, very high fucking chance of making a fucking accidental spelling mistake.
What accidental spelling mistake? Which one?
I'm not saying the fucking word. You just said it.
Why not? You said it earlier.
No, I didn't say it earlier. You said it. Not me, motherfucker.
Where are we going with this conversation, bro? These niggas is off topic like a motherfucker. Back on topic, please.
That's where Josh takes
it.
That's where Josh takes it when he doesn't have a valid point to what I'm saying.
No, I'm still trying to wonder what game you playing. Did you play Gran Turismo?
Got him.
No, I'm just saying, dude. For me, anyways.
Did you play? What's that one game again?
I played what?
You gonna say it's a remake, but they have Sir Daniel. What the fuck is that game? Medieval. Did you play Medieval?
No, I did not.
That's still third person action
I
adventure.
guess that kind of still falls under the same category, though.
He said cinematic.
So I
I
said,
didn't say cinematic. I said narrative.
No, you said there is no narrative in that game.
Oh my
There's no
lord!
narrative in that game.
Not really.
Really?
well,
There's
what
no
games
story
have
in that
narratives
game?
though? Doesn't every game have a narrative?
It does.
Everything
Nigga,
does.
He
Pretty
Pretty
literally
much.
took a
Story, got a narrative.
he literally took a
you
blanket
know
and
what?
just covered the whole thing just to say something. That's okay though.
Hey,
Well,
Josh,
yeah. I mean, you know what? Okay,
Josh,
you want to know what the last game I beat? Fucking that was in that same genre. Kina.
Your penis?
No, Kina.
Oh, okay. What you supposed to
Kana.
say?
God damn it! Why is everybody
Whatever.
saying that? Wrong?
Kina, penis, whatever. I don't give a
I
fuck.
said Kenna, man. Fuck y'all niggas, man. I'm tired of this shit. It's Kenna.
I'm tired of you
And
niggas saying it wrong.
the only thing that kept me in that game,
Kenna.
the only thing that
It's
kept me in
Kanata.
Kanata. I like that take, Kanata.
Kenna, nigga.
Fucking the only thing,
Ghetto.
Josh, that kept me going and kept me playing fucking Kennedy, man, was the goddamn cute ass little rots. That's it. I literally made a photo album.
Wait.
of golden rod.
Would you say the cute little black people?
Motherfucker, man. No, mine was gold.
Oh shit.
Mine was gold, bitch.
Oh,
So fuck
shit.
you.
He said you was gold.
What cute little who? What did you say? I couldn't hear you. You cut out.
I said I took a photo album of my golden little rot. Like I literally have like a photo album of that motherfucker, dude.
Africans? What'd you
Yeah,
say?
you
Bitch.
twisted
Motherfucker's
it.
African.
Josh just can't accept the fact that he actually finally came across a white guy that isn't a racist.
He was like, I took some cute little pictures of these little Africans.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm uncomfortable as hell with the rots, bro. I feel like those are like baby slaves
Stop
and
that
shit, bro.
shit.
I don't like them shits, bro.
Why they call
Kenna
it?
was good.
I don't
Kenna was
know.
good.
Rots is
Yo,
baby slaves.
yo,
bro.
did you run across the one that talked? Did you run across the one that could speak?
The fuck?
They got a rot that can speak? Nigga?
Yeah, like it's in the first area, right? You take a left at the bottom of the map,
Yeah, he lying.
no, it's
He
not.
is.
No. Kana would go up to him, and she would find him, and he'd pop up, and he was like, "Oz was a waste. Oz was wasting
This
for you."
motherfucker here. This motherfucker here.
Yo,
This
now so I can
motherfucker here.
somebody actually believe in that Josh. Go,
Yo,
we gonna try to
he came.
Just waiting for the bullshit. Nah, I knew it was
Who
coming. Nah.
is this nigga?
I know, right?
He came up
But
there.
like
He
I
was
said,
like,
though,
"Oz
Tay,
was
I
a
can see
waiting for
him.
you."
Yeah,
I said,
I can see somebody actually listening to this and fucking going and tried that shit out.
And then he winked at me, and then he got collected. And
Then he
I
winked
noticed,
at me, got collected. Jesus Christ.
there was one. He was sitting with a piece of wheat in his mouth, and he had a watermelon at the side of his
Bro. This shit.
He didn't move either. When I tried to capture him, he didn't even move.
He said he had a watermelon.
He just sat there. He just sat there and got captured. Yo, he didn't even try to do anything. I said, "What was wrong with this
Wait,
one?"
are you saying that fucking that deep like lore wise, secretly wise, and Kent and Kina D man that motherfucker is like she's a slave? Is that what you're saying?
No. So the two black.
So the Roger slaves is what you're saying.
The two black creators
Yeah,
was
the slave
trying to create. They were trying to make the color purple again. That's what they were saying.
Bitch, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
He said
That's so disrespectful.
he said he was inspired by the color purple and other.
This
yo,
motherfucker is stupid.
yo, this motherfucker, yeah, dude, yo, yeah, man.
That's why they're dark, but they're purplish. Y'all didn't peep that? Like they have a real
It's about the Underground Railroad. That's on God.
No, but she was like, "Can you move this for me, please? Can you massage my feet for me, please?" I said, "Oh, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Rocks don't be doing that." No, I'm playing, but it's they're aliens. I don't know what they are. What are they?
Spirits.
They're fucking rots, bro.
Spirits.
Cutest little fucking things imaginable, dude.
Little
Super
forest
cute.
spirits and shit.
They're little
Yep.
forest. They're little forest spirits.
Little black
Little
forest
forest.
spirits.
Little black forest.
Slaves.
That sounds
Slash
powerful.
slaves.
That sounds
That's what it is, dog. They're little black slaves, little forest spirits.
Yeah, because
And
nobody else.
it's the Underground Railroad. She trying to set them free, bro.
She's trying to set
Yo,
them free.
Tay, you hear this shit, bro?
Bro.
So they
Tell
say
me.
basically, no, in their world, right?
I told you.
No, wait. In that world, right? In that world, notice how there's no black elf looking things. They killed them all, and then she's freeing the black spirits.
That's what it is. They
Yo,
trapped.
Ken.
Toxic,
Yo, listen.
toxic
Did you see that
PlayStation
picture that
gamers
you did on the other server?
right here.
Yeah, the golden
No,
rot.
No. The one that I actually tagged you earlier with.
That's a Super Saiyan rot.
That's a
the
Super
gold one.
Saiyan. I'm gonna
That's
tell
Super
you, yo, I'm
Saiyan.
gonna
I
tell
gotta
you,
read. You gotta read it between the lines, bro. It's there
no,
for you.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm
tell you
saying?
guys, those two black owners of this game or creators of the game come out and say what these rots are. It's up for interpretation. That's how I interpreted the story. That's all I'm saying.
Man, you've got to be the fucking biggest crock of
So you
shit
saying they're gonna be
motherfucker. Like,
I'm
they
just
goddamn.
no, no,
Africans?
no.
That's what you're saying?
I'm
You
just
saying they're
reading.
Africans?
I'm just reading between the lines. There's a lot of wood in that area because they were
Oh,
created as slave boats.
oh,
That's how they brought them over to that island, and then they died.
Uh,
You said thickness, the thickness boy.
you said
Yo, you
dark
see that shit?
wood.
You see that shit in the image though, right? Like, fucking A,
That's
dude.
deep.
I'm playing with you guys. I really, honestly,
Them, those
I'm
those
not.
fucking chicks don't wear
I
panties, bro.
I am not serious about the rot story.
I'm serious as fuck, but
I, I,
yeah, we
I,
can
I
move
look.
on.
Damn, you should have kept that going and actually fucking made that so authentic that people would actually fucking gun for that shit and try it.
No, I don't want that in the community. When people start thinking that,
Oh yeah,
that
people will fucking
so
downvote your video and stuff like
no,
that.
no,
You're a
no,
clickbait ass motherfucker.
not even that. So you see how he put the bass in the voice? That's how he interpreted black people. That's how I
What,
interpreted.
man,
oh my
nah, dude,
God.
So
nah,
that
bro.
you
Shut the
heard?
fuck,
Did you
man.
hear?
Nah,
Did you hear that?
nah, bro.
Did
We
you
ain't
hear that?
doing this.
Did you
We
hear
ain't
the?
doing
Did
this.
you hear the Ebonics
We
shit?
ain't doing
He was
this.
like, "Yo, shut the f up, bro."
I was just talking. I was trying to mimic your voice. That's all I was doing.
I don't sound like that. Who
Hey,
sound like
you know,
that?
You do.
hey, Josh. I changed my choice, man. I switched it to Josh, man. That's the fanboy, man. That makes us all look bad.
Shut.
Josh,
Ah,
the toxic
This rod
PlayStation
looks
guy.
like he just busted a nut. That's probably because he did.
all things Sony.
Oh
My
wait,
God.
wait. You just like in Scooby Doo Mystery. And I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you rascally rots. I'm gonna start
Yo,
call, yeah, I'm gonna start calling y'all rots from now on, yo. Y'all know what I mean by that too. When I say rots,
Man,
She
you better
racist,
not be
bro.
start calling me that motherfucker. I swear to Christ, dude.
you know I mean niggas when I say rots.
That's what I said, but I
Yo,
don't like
nah,
that
bro.
name. But I don't know why they call them rots, bro. That shit just it's like a
Who's that?
derogatory term, nigga.
I'm like, yo, I'll be like, yo, you's a piece of rot, yo. That's what you are, yo.
This motherfucker stupid.
That's
Yo,
just
You
super
move
is
to
any
rot.
is anybody gonna let David Jaffe know what FN means?
No,
pretty sure somebody told him already.
David Zappy know what FN means?
He
Yeah,
asked, what is that? Wait, was that gunshots? What was that?
You know what the fuck it means.
Was it? This guy's somebody had gunshots over here, yo. Somebody was like brat in Dallas, yo. It's getting real out the street, so we gotta end this podcast, yo. Me duck. Anyway, guys, I really thank you guys for showing up. I know this was a long podcast. It was like 3 hours. Dang,
Probably.
Yeah, we
that's a
going on 3.
Time is
that's a
not
that's a.
yet.
You know why
Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock.
see y'all guys didn't feel that because it was entertaining, and that's how I wanted it.
yeah.
Shut up, Rod.
Sound like a
It
Anyway,
sounds like some shit that you would hear in a fucking second fucking grade school class, dude. Man, that's exactly what the fuck it sounds like. Shut
there
up,
we go.
Rod.
So let me go to the top here, right? So I'm gonna give you guys a shout out. Jemiah was good. Umar, thank you guys for showing up. King Push, Malignant. That's why I kept calling you Malignant Black. Lay was good. Uh, Devil Shooter was good. Let's see who else is in here. Azizo, he be jumping in and out. Marco, Nelson,
hello.
uh, Koopa. Y'all, it's been real. Thank you guys. If you haven't sub, I appreciate it. Peace out, guys.